is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Tell them be humble. Sit down. 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 Who that thinking that he frontin' on that man? Get the off my stage. I'm the same man. Get the off my.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Wes Moore, Joe Franklin with you. It is Out of Bounds on this Tuesday afternoon. Glad you're with us. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's do it for 3 hours. How about that? Got a lot to get to over the next 3 hours. Got Razorback football to talk about, coaching search to discuss, Razorback basketball. Basketball season's here. Season opener last night. Took care of Southern. Thought they looked pretty darn good. Had a lull there in the first half where they didn't score for about 4 minutes. And you look up and they scored 57 points in the first half. Like, how did they have that lull and go 4 minutes without scoring? What if they wouldn't have had that lull? What would they put up? Like 65, 70? It was hard to be critical of last night's performance, and I tried. I found two things that I didn't like. Southern shot the ball well from the three-point line, so they got to do better shooting or defending the three. And Arkansas in the second half didn't shoot the three very well at all. They struggled. In fact, they only made 3 threes in the second half. And Malik Thomas got 2 of them on, I think, back-to-back possessions for those little baseline jumpers for 3. When Southern went to a zone, I thought Arkansas attacked that zone really well. There have been times in the past when a team would go to a zone, you're like, uh-oh, Arkansas's in trouble. Have they never seen a zone before? Have they never played a zone before? They not know how to attack a zone? Last night they attacked it and got really good looks against that zone.
Different team, different mentality. These guys apparently know how to play against that type of defense, which is something that you should learn early in basketball. But it's about players on the same team, like putting it together when they haven't played together. But apparently these guys, they were prepared for it, not only from a coaching standpoint, putting them in the right position, right headspace to play against that defense, but they've seen it before. It's no problem for them. And this is the first look at it. So let's say for now.
Well, there was on those back-to-back possessions, it was so cool how they ran that play. They got the ball at the top of the key, moved it over to the left side, and that player, can't remember who it was, kind of like he attacked the zone a little bit, like a little jab step, like he's going to shoot it, brought the defense to him, and here comes Malik Thomas running the baseline, goes in the corner. The post player down there sealed off his defender so that he couldn't get out to the wing to guard that baseline jumper, and Malik Thomas wide open, drilled it. And they come back down, either the next possession or the second possession after that. Same thing, did a good job of drawing it in on the wing. Wait, here comes Malik, box off the defender, wide open. And just splash both times. Anyway, back to my point, that was 2 threes. They didn't hit another 3 the second half till right there at the very end of the game when DJ Wagner hit a 3. And so the second half, three-point shooting, not good for Arkansas. They were 4 of 18. So there was one more I missed. 4 of 18 in the second half. First half, awesome. They were 6 of 10. they got a little three happy. It got, sloppy. You got a big lead, and you start jacking up too many threes. They took 10 in the first half, 18 in the second half, and the shooting percentage indicated that. And they took some really good threes in the first half. 6 of 10. I'll take that every game, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You take that for an entire game.
But ended up shooting 10 of 28 from the three-point line, a little over 35%, almost 36%. So not bad. But Southern, one of the things I'm sure that Coach can harp on, they made 12 threes, 12 of 27. That's 44%. That'll get you beat in the SEC. You can't allow a team to shoot 44, almost 45% from the three-point line, make 12 threes in a game. They had 36 of their 77 points came from the three-point line. But, man, it was hard. It was hard to be critical. Southern is a team that feels like they're going to win the SWAC and be in the NCAA tournament, and Arkansas beat them by 30-something. 32 was the final? Yeah, 32. Arkansas got that late basket from how about Isaiah Seeley? Came in, got some minutes because Carter Knox didn't play, sprained toe. Announcer said that felt like he could have played if it was a meaningful big game, but they wanted to get him fully rested, fully healthy before the Michigan State game. And so that meant Isaiah Seeley was part of the 8-man rotation, got 17 minutes, and scored 12 points. I thought he played well. He looked comfortable out there. I didn't see anything. There was a couple times on defense I saw Coach Calipari getting after him. But I think for a true freshman, I was talking about this last night, you had Trevin Brazile with the career high. Of course, you had Isaiah Seeley, the freshman. All the freshmen were career highs. But how about Acuff? How about Malik Thomas, their first game in college? Acuff had 20 points in the first half. He exploded at the end of the first half, had 14 of their 16 points to finish the half, and that lead grew to 20 at the half, 25 at the half. They were up 32-57, but he went nuts at the end of the first half. And then second half, it was Trevin Brazile who went nuts. Brazile finished with 25 and 11.
Freshmen aren't being asked to lead this team, but they can lead this team. We see how talented they are, so it's a luxury to not have to be in that position, but because of sheer talent, they could be in that position.
Tell you what, Acuff and Thomas. But Acuff running the point last night, he had 4 assists, just 2 turnovers. In fact, the team didn't have a turnover in the second half until about the 5-minute and 17-second mark. They played almost 15 minutes without a turnover, and Acuff was going down on the fast break, kind of lost the handles and went out of bounds. But I thought he was, man, he is so much fun to watch. He is a really good player. Malik Thomas does it again. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. I mean, just putting up huge numbers in his first game as a freshman. I was very happy. Let's hear from Coach Calipari on just the game itself.
There's a lot of good that came from this game, but there's a lot of stuff that we got to teach and let them understand you can't do this. If that was a 15-point game and we reverted back to summer basketball like we did defensively, playing on the side, not helping, not rebounding, then all of a sudden it's a 3-point game and you lose. And so when you have a chance to bury somebody, forget about the score. You just keep it going. So you don't have to worry about those things. They don't understand that right now. Second thing, we gave up 12 threes, 12. And one guy gave up 4. Are you going to figure out that maybe you got to get closer to make the guy drive? Or you're running back and the guy stops and you just keep running back like it's okay, shoot it. And again, what are you doing? We leave people. We gambled. And every time we gambled, they threw and they made a 3. That team will win their league. They're picked again. They won it last year. They had a bunch of seniors. For a while, we were really doing some good stuff, and then we just kind of let go of the gas, let go of the rope, so to speak.
Yeah, he's getting picky. You still won by 32.
Oh, you have to, though.
Yeah.
You want to have some coaching and some teaching moments in wins, and especially when they're dominant wins. You have to find something.
So Brazile was 8 of 14 from the field, made a 3. First 3 of the game. That was the first points of the season. Brazile hit a 3. 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Hey, by the way, during the exhibitions, I was critical about their free throw shooting. Not good enough. Last night, 25 of 29. 86%.
That'll get it done.
Every day, no doubt about it.
Want to hit the easy ones.
8 of 10 from the free throw line for Brazil. He had 11 rebounds. He drew 7 fouls and did not commit a foul. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block shot. Great game for Trevin Brazil. Here's Coach Cal on Brazil.
I told the team, if he's going to rebound like that and block shots, throw him the ball. You're not just going to play one side of the ball, and while you guys let him, then you shoot all the balls. No, we're going to let him have shots. And so I said it again at halftime. He's just going to have to take advantage. They went zone. We put him in the middle, did some good stuff. We put Billy in the middle, around the middle. He did some good stuff.
Yeah, here's Brazil on his big night.
I would say I try not to get too high or too low about it. It's a long season. This was the first game, first game that counted. So, I was just trying to go out there and show what I can do. And, it was a good night tonight, but, I know it's a long season. So, I try not to get too happy about it.
All right, what about Malik Thomas? What do you think about Brazil?
I would say it just give us another, a boost, kind of, another step. When you see a vet playing like that, all I want you to do is just meet that level of intensity that he's playing at. He's playing with energy, he's rebounding, he's doing everything that we know he could do. So it's just now we got to be at our best. Once you see one do well on your team, it just make you want to up your intensity.
So last night with no Carter Knox, had a little different starting lineup. You had Nick Pringle starting at the 5, Brazil at the 4, Billy Richmond in the starting lineup, played at the 3, then DJ Wagner and Darius Acuff running the point. Here's Coach Cal on his starters.
If we're to be any good, because I told him last night we have 8 starters. We literally have 8 starters. Might be 7 after today that I look at. There's probably 7 starters. But whoever comes off the bench ends up getting the most shots and the most minutes. So I don't know why you'd worry about it. But if you're in 8th grade, you worry about starting. When you're in 8th grade, you got to start. And then you got to score a lot of points, so they put it in the newspaper, so they're talking about your points because that's all they put in the newspaper. That's not what this is. And these kids understand it. Doesn't matter who I started. I started the other guys in the second half. Who cares? It's just let's get going, let's play, keep playing and caring about one another, create good shots for each other. Got a bunch of good guys.
I wonder who he's dropping off as a starter. He said after tonight may only have 7 starters. Maybe Billy Richmond, didn't like him in the starting lineup, feels like he's better off the bench. Richmond got into foul trouble last night. He only played 16 minutes, fouled out of the game. Maybe he feels like he's better coming off of the bench and providing that energy. Two of 4 from the field, missed both of his threes, wide open threes. So they were good shots. He just missed them. One of them kind of rimmed out, thought was going in. 3 rebounds. Just a different guy off of the bench. Maybe that's what it is. He likes Billy coming off the bench instead of the starting lineup. We'll talk some more Razorbacks basketball in a minute. But first,
Fernando Carmona on Out of Bounds is brought to you by Colonial Life Independent Agents Charlie Schaaf and Damon Francis, your employee benefits specialist. Call 501-413-4005.
all right, here he is. Fernando Carmona joining us now. What's going on, man?
What's going on, gentlemen? Sorry about that. It was a little bit tardy, but great to hear from you guys.
We're even, right?
Oh, good talking to you, Fernando, always.
Right. We are even
Yeah.
now.
How's the bye week treating you?
It's going good. We got our getting ready for our first practice. I'm getting taped up right now, getting ready to go out there and get back on the battlefield and try to sharpen up our tools.
What all you get taped up?
At this point of the season, we're basically taping up everything. Both feet, shoulder, fingers, wrist. My man James really just takes care of me and gets me on the field and got me feeling good. So,
Yeah, that was part of it as far as not getting here at a certain time. You got to get ready, and we understand that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a process of getting ready for each and every game. But for this bye week, you're going to practice right away, and so it sounds like you guys aren't going to get very much time off.
Yeah, so we're getting back to it, and we're getting our rest in the back half, and so We're going Tuesday, Wednesday, and then after that we're having a good little rest from Wednesday all the way till Sunday. So
Nice.
we're getting after it, staying active early, and then, getting our rest on the backside, which is going to be, great for us to kind of recover and just kind of finish off this last month strong.
Yeah. And finish and forget, put the past behind you and come out strong for the
Right.
last 3 games. Before we put
Heck
that
yeah.
Mississippi State game behind us, I want to ask you about it a little bit because, fans were very upset with the officiating. And I'm not going to ask you or get you in trouble talking about the officiating. But the play where you're pulling and you get a pancake block and we're called for holding, looking back, is there anything you would have done different on that play?
Maybe I try to keep him up and not take him to the ground. Maybe not get the pancake. That's my only thought. But yeah, no, I don't know what else I could have done there to prevent that penalty. But yeah, no, there was a lot of questionable calls on Saturday, and what can you do? You can't do anything about it when you're playing the refs and Mississippi State.
Did the officials explain that to you, though? Because, you were kind of throwing your hands up like, what did you do there? And sometimes if you have a conversation with them, they'll kind of explain what the reasoning for it was.
Yeah, no, they weren't in the mood for explaining really much all of last Saturday, and so it was weird. It was a weird vibe. For whatever the reason was, they just, they had kind of their mind made up, it felt like, and there was no explanation. They kind of just had a, thoughts in their head, and they weren't really sharing what was going on, and so it was a really weird situation. In my 5 years of playing, I haven't had anything like that, so it was really weird.
Do you think it impacted the team? Did it get in your head?
You know what? I don't think it got into anybody's head. It just got to the point where it's like, all right, well, we just got to push through this. It's just another obstacle. But I think, for me, I'm like I've always said, I'm a hothead when I'm out there. I'm very, very emotional. I carry a chip on my shoulder, and it did definitely get to me a little bit. But I had great teammates around me helping me, try to stay level-headed and fight through, even though we weren't getting the calls and having to go our way.
Did you have a feel at some point that the game was kind of getting away from you guys because you had a comfortable lead, and then before you know it, you're behind?
Yeah, that holding call on me kind of made me realize, like, all right, these refs have maybe a little bit more that they could do to this game and really set us back. And, that was, if they don't call that, we get a first down, I feel like we run down that clock to 5 minutes, and we probably even score on that drive and make it a 14-point game. But, our defense goes out there, they get they get 3 points scored against them, which gives us another chance to go out and, secure the game. And second play, I want to say, they called a holding on Jaden Platt. So, yeah, it's tough, but, what can you do about it looking back on it now?
Sorry, Fernando Cremona with us on Out of Bounds. Let me see if I can get a drink of water and stop. Sorry. Fernando, when you look at the offensive line's performance with 2 starters out, how do you think you guys held up?
Man, I was extremely impressed and just pleased with how both of the young bucks did. Cash Courtney, he's going to be one of those players that plays for many years in the league, and so does Kavion Broussard. They're both great players, and Cash came into a situation where, as a freshman, you got to make all the calls and be on point, and he did just that, and he played his tail off. And then Kavion goes out there, not getting any reps from right tackle all week, getting all of the reps at left tackle, and then goes out there and plays one heck of a game, plays super hard. And so I was just extremely happy for the room, how hard we played, and we stuck together even though, we didn't have things going our way going into that game.
Did the week of practice leading up to it, did that kind of help in getting that offensive line? Because we know that that's one of the closest units there. So did that help with that prep that week, help in seeing those guys go play well?
For sure. We really made a big point of emphasis at practice that week of, we're going to be loud with our calls and what we're going to do. and we stuck after a lot of these practices and stuck around in the meeting room, made sure everything was right, and we were happy with what we were going to go out there on Saturday. And I think that was just kind of a testament to how we did Saturday, even though we were down 2 men.
We've got Fernando Carmona with us on Out of Bounds. Fernando, I'm curious, what is your message to your teammates for the last 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, now we are officially out of bowl range, and so I think we just got to play the role of the heartbreak kids. We've had our hearts broken, and so I think it's now time for us to go out there. We got to beat up LSU team who just lost their coach, so we go down there and break their hearts, and then we have a great opportunity at Texas to go down there and knock them out the playoffs. And then, their last home game is Mizzou, and they're going to probably be in the same situation where they're going into the playoffs. They need 1 win to get to the playoffs, and, it'd be nothing better to go out there, beat them, knock them out the playoffs, and go home with a trophy and finish off the season that way. So right now it's just we got to play the role of the villains and, just break people's hearts.
I like that. That can be a fun role.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm all for it, too. I'm all for the villain role. So, just getting everybody else on board and, buying in for this last month, which it's not going to be easy, but, I think we got great leaders on this team, and we could definitely buy in for this last month.
And you only get to put the Razorback uniform on 3 more times. So, you cherish that.
Amen. I'm starting to get to that point where it's like it's starting to hit me. It's starting to get a little bit sad, and I'm just trying to take this last month in and just be great for everything that Arkansas has done for me, and just try to find the light in this situation that's pretty sucky right now.
Fernando, speaking of the Raiders struggling, and today traded Jacoby Myers away.
Ooh, I did not see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're sellers at the trade deadline.
They are struggling bad, and it's hard to watch, man. I want something for Vegas to cheer for, and we just aren't getting it. But I will say we do have the best tight end in the NFL. So
yes,
as long as we keep him, maybe we could get something rolling and get Genty some running lanes, and hopefully we'll be back to the old-time Raiders.
Fernando, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining us, and have a good practice today and tomorrow, and enjoy your bye week.
Appreciate you guys. Miss you guys. Hope you guys have a blessed week.
Thanks, man. Fernando Carmona joining us.
Fernando Carmona on Out of Bounds is brought to you by Colonial Life Independent Agents Charlie Schaeff and Damon Francis, your employee benefits specialist. Call 501-413-4005.
All right, when we come back, we can take some phone calls, talk about the Razorback basketball team if you want to, 661-1037, your reaction to last night's 32-point victory over Southern. I'll check the D3 Auto Sales text line, 661-1037. This is Out of Bounds.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
In the Hall of Fame series, the 13th-ranked Arizona Wildcats took down the defending champion and third-ranked Florida Gators 93-87. Arizona was led by a standout debut from freshman Koa Pete, who had 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. In the second game of the Hall of Fame series, BYU beat Villanova 71-66. They were led by star freshman A.J. DeBansa, who had 21 points and 6 rebounds. In the SEC, all teams other than Florida won their games, although Auburn survived a scare from Bethune-Cookman, needing overtime to beat them 95-90. Tonight in college basketball, Texas and 6th-ranked Duke will play in the Dick Vitale Invitational. Tip is set for 7:45 on ESPN. And the men's Little Rock Trojans play tonight at 7 at the Jack Stevens Center against Arkansas Baptist. That game can be seen on ESPN+. It can be heard on 106.7 Buzz too. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
This Friday morning, join David and Roger broadcasting live from the grand reopening of Dick's Sporting Goods on Higdon Ferry Road in Hot Springs. And the first 100 adults in line each morning through Sunday will receive a mystery gift card valued up to $500. It's Morning Mayhem at Dick's Sporting Goods this Friday starting at 6. Special thanks to Hotel Hot Springs.
Tune in each day to Drive Time Sports to hear Trey Biddy talk all things Razorbacks. Brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oakland Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oakland Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
He's a world champion arm wrestler and one of QC Kinetics' most outspoken advocates. When Monster Mike Todd severely injured his bicep, doctors recommended a career-ending surgery.
Well, I definitely was never going to do that because I'm a competitive athlete.
And he didn't have to, because the QC Kinetics Little Rock medical team jumped into action, treating the damage using Mike's own orthobiologics. No need for surgery.
I think QC Kinetics was a huge help in my recovery. The percentages were that I would never make it back to this level.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments have helped transform, relieve, and restore thousands of patients with injuries and joint pain.
There's a pretty good chance that with under 15 weeks, I'll be competing for the heavyweight world title. Yeah, so I might be 24-time world champion by the end of the year.
You got this, Mike. And for anyone listening who's dealing with joint pain, the QC Kinetics consultation is free. So give them a call today.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. 501-214-5880.
If I was a football coach wanting to motivate my team for the upcoming season, I'd load them on a bus and take them to Genesis of Conway. Let them know what winning looks like when you're committed to performance. You're going to find that commitment in every car you see and in every over-the-top service they offer. Oh, my team would be so fired up, they'd go undefeated. My offense would become known for their long drives, thanks to Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Go to The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot, Arkansas's trusted source for quality flooring, including SPC vinyl waterproof flooring starting at $139 a square foot, tile starting at 59 cents a square foot, next-gen waterproof hardwood, and many other building materials at unbeatable prices. Contractor, home builder, or DIYer, we've got what you need in stock and ready to go. Go see the Flooring King, The Warehouse, and Natural State Wholesale, building better naturally.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet Studio.
I ain't got too much time to spare, but I'm in time for you to show how much I care. Wish that I would let you break my walls.
All right, welcome back. You know, last night, as I was watching the Cowboys lose, I thought to myself, well, they may be sellers tomorrow, maybe getting rid of some of the pieces, trying to get some more draft capital. I was dead wrong.
Oh, Jerry said it yesterday that they had some trades in the works.
Well, they've done it. They just traded for the New York Jets defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, 3-time Pro Bowler.
He was rumored as to somebody that was available, and we saw that Jets, they're pretty much looks like maybe cleaning house at this point as they traded Sauce Gardner. But also Cowboys traded earlier this morning for linebacker Logan Wilson, and maybe that's where Jerry was referring to, or he could have been referring to Quinnen Williams. But they made two defensive trades trying to make sure they can shore up that defense.
Yeah, linebacker's been an issue for the Cowboys. Zach Wilson, much needed. When I saw that, and that was a seventh rounder. Logan Wilson.
Zach Wilson,
the
he
quarterback.
wouldn't help him at all.
No, Logan is just a seventh round pick. They gave up for him. I thought that was a nice addition. They need linebackers. And Quinnen, they're giving up a first-round pick, and they also sent former first-round pick Mozzie Smith to the Jets in part of that trade. Mozzie was inactive last night, a healthy scratch.
He also was rumored to be on the trade block. Jets are winning the day, though. They picked up 3 first-round picks so far, and they're getting players in return.
Yeah, they gave up Sauce Gardner, but got 2 first-round picks from the Colts and their wide receiver. God, what was his name? They picked him in the second round, I think it was last year.
The guy that fumbled the ball at the goal line against Rams, one of their losses this year, A.D. Mitchell.
A.D. Mitchell, that's right. So, yeah, Cowboys making some moves, trying to fix the defense. They still feel like they can make a run. 3-5-1 after 9 games. They're on their bye week this week. So they got 8 games to make a little bit of a run, try to get in the playoffs, make some kind of a push. All right, 661-1037. If you want to get in here and join us, 661-1037. Let's go to the D3 Auto Sales text line. Let me start here. Start of the show. Ronnie says, Yingling traditional. Oh, that was back on the the zone. They were talking about the beer. I agree with you, Ronnie. Yingling is mine. They were asking if you could only drink one beer for the rest of your life, what would it be? And that's a no-brainer for me. It's Yingling. Did y'all see where Nick Smith had 25 for the Lakers last night? I did. Had a good game. Lakers were excited about that performance.
So there's opportunity. LeBron and Luka both out of lineup, so opportunity for players to make their way and show what they're made of.
Oh, good. Here's another edition of college football's buy or sell. Joe, number 1, Auburn can make a quick turnaround. Buying or selling?
I don't know about a quick turnaround. Are they talking about for the rest of the season or moving forward?
I think moving forward.
If they stick to their recruiting grounds, which they have traditionally, you wouldn't expect anything to change. Yeah, they should be able to turn it around. But, I mean, this conference is getting nothing more but more so competitive. So, yeah, I mean, they can get back to what they've done in the past because it's there and it's been proven. Yeah, they could turn it around.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is that within state, that is now a more winnable game.
The talent on that roster is really good, especially on defense. And but you never know who will be back with the new coaching staff if they hit the portal. But the new coaching staff can also hit the portal. And I think Auburn can have a quick turnaround. Number 2, USC can still make the playoffs.
They can.
Can they?
Yeah, they only have
two losses?
Yeah, so they can. But
let's look at this.
Maybe the bigger question is, will they simply because of can they win out?
Here we go. They got Northwestern this week at home. Northwestern coming off of a bye. Saw a really good article on Joe Hyman not too long ago. Then they get Iowa at home. So 2 games they should be favored to win at home. Then they go to Oregon. Number 6 Oregon finish at home against UCLA. So 3 of 4 at home. The big test, if they can take care of business at home, is going to Oregon and winning that game.
Oregon has shown that they have some places that you can exploit, especially in that pass game at times. But the question is, are you able to stop them from a defensive standpoint? Their offense is really good.
I will say, yeah, I'll buy that. They can still make the playoffs. They are, where are they ranked? Well, we'll find out the official college football playoff rankings tonight, right? It's tonight, Tuesday night?
Tuesday, yes.
USC is number 20 in the polls. We'll see where they are ranking by the college football playoff tonight.
It won't be too far off that.
No, it won't be too far off. And you go to, if you win your 3 games and go to Oregon, who is 6 right now, and win that game, they're in the playoffs. Now, will they? I'm not betting on it. Number 3, Notre Dame's performance versus Boston College is cause for concern.
No cause for concern. Road games are tough to win. The key is getting a win. And Notre Dame is in that same position. They went out. They're going to be in a position for a playoff spot.
Yeah, and look, everybody's going to have a dud from time to time. And with Notre Dame having a dud, so to say, a down game, and still be able to beat Boston College by 2 touchdowns, I'm not concerned. They have now rattled off 6 straight wins after losing their first 2 games to Miami and Texas A&M. They have Navy this week, at Pittsburgh, Syracuse at home, and at Stanford.
Navy and Pitt are going to be tough games.
Navy 7-1 on the season. Hey, thanks. That was fun. Ask him about Shaq, please. Oh, well, I think John and Tucker was wanting us to find out about the injury to Shaq McRoy, but
yeah,
we don't.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not in a position to be talking about another player's injury. I don't want to put him in that position. Wes, how hard is it for these Hogs players to go through what is happening right now? Sucks. It does suck. And I think you could even hear it in Fernando's voice, the pain and just the disappointment. And Fernando is one of those guys. And I know people like to get on the transfers, and they don't care about Arkansas. They don't care about the Razorbacks. They're just getting paid. I think Fernando is a great example of a guy that's transferred in here, been here for 2 years now, and he loves the Razorbacks. And he considers himself a Razorback. When he goes off and he's playing in the NFL, he is going to be a former Razorback. And so it does. It sucks for them. And I said that yesterday. While I've turned the page and I'm now all in on Razorback basketball, those guys still have 3 more games they got to play. And for, well, really all of them, whatever their future is, you're playing for your future. And you can't quit on the team or quit on yourself, because that's going to hurt you in your future. Ron and Pine Bluff. Go Hogs, get nasty. Better late than never. Go get a trophy. I know, he said that too about Missouri in the trophy game.
LSU?
Be a spoiler. Go get a couple of trophies and finish with a better taste in your mouth. A couple of wins down the stretch. I mean, it's not going to salvage the season, but you feel a whole lot better about things with a couple of wins. That's all they can do. 501 writes in and says, well, Boogie proved last night he's just a point guard and not a scorer.
Oh, man, come on. Players are going to miss shots, and he did miss a wide-open three-point attempt that would have tied the game, but that's not unique to him, and he won't be the only player that has been in that position or will be in that position in years to come. You can have the most talented player there you've ever seen, and they can be in that position and miss that same shot.
Not a good debut, though, for Boogie and for Florida. Although it was a very tough game, tough challenge on the first for the season opener. All right, we'll take a break. We'll finish up in the first hour. When we come back, coming up in the second hour, we got Coach Z joining us at 2:10. We'll get his thoughts on the game. 2:30, we're talking Chili Fights in the Heights. 3:30, Kevin Bohannon joins us, hogsports.com. Want to get his pulse on the coaching search and this football team. So that's our plan. Hope you can stick around and catch most of the show. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Lost in the real estate jungle? Boundary or easement dispute? Title problem? Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all real estate-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
College football is all about finding that next generation of stars, fresh talent, big plays, new energy every season. That's the same approach behind Flight by Yingling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories with real beer flavor that keeps up from kickoff to the post-game recap. So whether you're tailgating or celebrating a big win, make Flight your go-to. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes, has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Is Arkansas's #1 sales dealer. Volume purchasing power enables us to offer our customers the best prices on the highest quality homes. See the world's largest double-wide and single-wide homes, triple-wide homes, and even a quad. You dream it, and we'll build it for you. We're the only manufacturer and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. Check them out online at hawkshomes.net.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Back at it. It's Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us. 661-1037 if you want to jump in. We got time to take a phone call. Let's look at the SEC schedule for this week. It's not good. Georgia at Mississippi State. Bet Saracen has Georgia a 7.5-point road favorite. Texas A&M, Missouri. That's your marquee game. That's your best game of the week. A&M at Missouri. A&M's favored by a touchdown at Missouri.
That's a big line.
Auburn at Vanderbilt. Auburn at home, 6.5-point favorite. I just thought they might have been a little bit more.
You said Auburn?
Yeah, Auburn at Vanderbilt.
Oh. I thought you said Auburn was a favorite.
No, Vanderbilt's a favorite at home. 6.5. I don't know. It could be double digits in my mind. Auburn's offense is terrible. And Vandy's got a nice little defense.
Yeah. It's Auburn's defense. That's what's carrying them.
True. LSU at Alabama. That was supposed to be the marquee game of the week. Usually is when LSU and Alabama play. Give me your line. LSU, Alabama. At Alabama.
Bama 8.5.
10. Double-digit dogs. Tigers. How about that? And then you got Florida at Kentucky. Florida is a 3.5-point road favorite. Glad Arkansas plays Michigan State Saturday. Gives me something fun to watch. What about nationally? What's the top 25? Let me look here. Best games. Northwestern at USC. Tulane at Memphis.
Okay.
Winner gets the Arkansas job. If they want it.
South Florida. They be in the mix also.
Indiana's at Penn State. BYU, Texas Tech. That's a good game. 8 versus 9.
Mm-hmm.
Red Raiders favored by 10 over BYU. Georgia, Mississippi State, we talked about. Ohio State goes to Purdue. Coach Odom's team, 30-point underdog at home.
They should be.
Texas A&M, Missouri. Syracuse at Miami. Miami's a 28.5-point favorite. Oregon at Iowa. Oregon 6-point road favorite. Washington at Wisconsin. Washington 11-point road favorite. Louisville is hosting Cal. Louisville's favored by 20. Wake Forest at Virginia. Virginia favored by 6.5. Notre Dame, Navy. Navy's 7-1. Notre Dame is favored at home by 26 points.
Ooh. I was thinking maybe high teens on that, but 26?
Oh, wow. There's that 1 week a year when the upsets happen. Could this be the week? Because there's a lot of teams, ranked teams, on the road that are favored. Could this be an upset weekend? I mean, because nothing's jumping out besides that Texas Tech BYU. It's like, man, I want to watch that game. Maybe there's some upsets this week to catch our attention.
Iowa, Oregon could be interesting.
Yeah. All right, back to the D3 Auto Sales text line. Wanted to run through some of the games this week. Let's see, where did I leave off? TP in Little Rock says, Wes, Joe, can you call Chris Peterson and see if he's available to coach the Hogs? Another name in the hat.
I'm not sure he wants to coach.
I agree.
He got out a few years ago and haven't really heard his name at all.
Maybe you call and say, is that fire back in your belly? You ready to go again? No? Okay. Wes, let's trade Kenneth Murray and Schoonmaker for Minka Fitzpatrick. Who would say no? If the Hogs could only win one game out of the last 3, who do you want to beat the most? That's a good question. LSU, Texas, Missouri?
It's always Texas.
It's got to be Texas, right?
Yeah, it's always Texas.
Especially if Texas keeps winning and you can knock Texas out of the playoff hunt, go to Austin and win.
But that is interesting, though, Texas LSU, because there's always been a really close rivalry on Arkansas' side and a feel that that's a winnable game, even though talent is stacked up on the other side.
I would go as far, and normally I would be like, I want to beat LSU. I want the boot. I want, all that. But I would say I'd put Missouri 2. Texas won, and I'm just sick and tired of losing to Missouri. I'd love to beat Missouri at the end of the year and finish the season on a positive note so everybody walks away with the victory. Their last taste as being a Razorback, they won that game. That would be number 2 on my list. And LSU, now that they've, they're in flux, got an interim head coach also. Heard Rick Schaefer said it's the first time Arkansas and LSU have ever played, or Arkansas's ever played a game where both coaches were interim head coaches. So you beat LSU. The LSU fans they've already given up on the season. I was talking to my brother-in-law last night. He was like, man, I don't even know when the game is against Alabama. I'm not going out of my way to watch it. They're done. At 5-3, they're done.
Everybody wants to be fans when everything is good.
It's just not a priority. And so you beat LSU this year. They'll be like, so what? It doesn't matter. We didn't even have a head coach either. No one cared about that game. So I'd put that number 3 on my list. That was a good question. Wes, if the Hogs win out, is it okay to rush the field? Laughing out loud. No, it is not okay to rush the field.
If they won out, that might be different. Somebody might want to do it.
There would only be about you probably wouldn't get fined because there will only be about 25,000, 30,000 people there to rush the field. Boy, that Missouri crowd is going to be bleak. And it sucks for the players. You know, that their last game, their last time to play at Reynolds Razorbacks, or some of them, and to have a crowd like that.
Well, I mean, part of that is on them. They haven't had good performances in front of the home crowd.
I heard Auburn is going after Gus Malzahn.
That would be a travesty.
Well, 501 says, Wes, do they drug test you? No, they don't. Thank goodness. I bet all they're going to find is a bunch of Tito's and Yingling. I'm clean. Maybe some Advil, cold and sinus. There are 2 trophy games left, LSU and Missouri. Yes. Fernando just mentioned one. Well, some have expressed that the Heisman is no longer a legitimate award, but who are your top 3 candidates so far? Wes? Joe? Well, I'm one of those. I don't care about the Heisman anymore. I haven't in years. I don't even watch the ceremony. It's usually the Saturday of the high school football state championship games, and I'm busy doing the games, and somebody will say, oh, so-and-so won the Heisman. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, it's always going to be quarterbacks at the top. Indiana's quarterback.
Yeah.
He would be one to put, and Ty Simpson. So Fernando, Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Alabama's quarterbacks.
Marcel Reed, I'd put in there. A&M.
Yeah.
He's starting to get a little love. They continue to win.
Ohio State's quarterback because of how good they are. Julian Sayin.
Just saying. All right, Hawks.
We can look at some Heisman odds on Bet Saracen at some point. See what that's looking like.
Piggy Small says Hawks should hire Barry Odom. Don't think there's any steam there. It's been a tough year one. And look, it's year one, and it's Purdue. You knew it was going to be a rebuilding project. I don't think that is an option, Piggy Smalls. We need to take a serious look at Willie Fritz at Houston. They may have. That could be a candidate. I think they're doing a really good job of being tight-lipped about the search and not releasing a lot of names, which is valuable for. I mean, the coaches don't want their names out there. Most of the names that you've heard it's just speculation from national guys saying, "Well, this would be a good fit. This makes a lot of sense." Here's one, Joe, for you. Do you think the Jets are going to trade Brees?
Yeah, Brees would be another to look at, and also Garrett Wilson. If they can keep getting those big draft picks in return, they'll trade everybody.
Load up. Coming up next, we got the Razor Hog Update brought to you by Yingling Flight, and then Coach Z. Stick around.
Caleb Wooden gets in the zone with Justin and DJ, courtesy of Blue Collar Consulting, helping business owners lead with confidence and plan with purpose. Online at bluecollargrowth.com.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota. And I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours for just a little too cheap or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. RedRiverAuto.com.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
3 suspects are wanted for a deadly shooting in Little Rock. This shooting happened just before 3:30 Sunday morning at 22nd and Martin Street. 46-year-old Ahmad Kidd was killed, while another victim was taken to the hospital for treatment. Police are looking for 24-year-old Darius Alford, 19-year-old Taiwan Tuggle, and 20-year-old Thaddeus Higgins III. If you know where they are, you're asked to call police. And a Carlisle man was arrested for a deadly Sunday morning shooting. According to state police, 40-year-old Kyle Cooney now faces a first-degree murder charge. He's accused of shooting and killing 37-year-old Eric Rowland on 9th Green Law Avenue. The Lonoke County Sheriff's Office arrested him and booked him into the county detention center. In addition to first-degree murder, he also faces multiple gun charges. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Tune in every Monday night at 7 for the Coach Calipari Show. Coach will break down each game and talk strategy. And it's all brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and the Big Lot in Benton.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Today, temperatures will be a little bit warmer than what we saw yesterday. Highs will be making it into the mid-70s. Clear skies overnight tonight. It'll get chilly out there again, but we have another 70-degree day in store for your Wednesday. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team with your forecast for the Buzz Radio Network.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
It's Razorback Graffiti every Monday morning at 8:30. Call Morning Mayhem and let them know what you think. Brought to you by Pain Treatment MD in Bryant and Hot Springs Village. Book your appointment now at paintreatmentmd.com. Razorback Graffiti Monday morning with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oakland Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oakland Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for your next ride? Come on down to Hubbard Power Sports, your local, family-owned Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. We've got the latest and greatest Can-Am ATVs, side-by-sides, and spiders to power your weekend fun. And right now, get up to $3,500 off in rebates, plus in-store discounts, or financing as low as 0.99% on select models. Whether you're hitting the trails, working the land, or cruising in style, we've got what you never even knew you needed. On the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive a free pressure washer. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry to get an extra $500 off. Supplies are limited. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street in Cabot, or take a look on Facebook.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Rich Eisen.
If I'm getting a call from Howie Roseman,
hang up.
I am not answering it.
Do not answer. Straight to voicemail.
Because the bottom line is, I'm just going to be wondering, what's he trying to pull on me?
How am I getting ripped off?
But he's the Obi-Wan Kenobi of NFL trades. These are not the draft choices you're looking for. These are the draft picks I'm going to give you, and you will say yes and give me this player. Jalen Phillips is a Philadelphia Eagle, and Brandon Graham is going to start getting into shape, and we'll get BG back in the mix as the OG. And this guy, Phillips, is one of the best at rushing the passer, and that's what they do at Philadelphia. Let's control the line of scrimmage, let's get you off the spot, and let's get our offense rolling through Saquon Barkley, and then A.J. Brown he's going nowhere, folks. He's going absolutely nowhere. And all this is a third-round draft choice. So next year, when the Dolphins are on the clock with their third-round draft choice, Howie Roseman will just be sitting back, maybe cackling because he's celebrating another championship.
At
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JO.
Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz. Razor Hog Update on Out of Bounds is brought to you by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, and just 95 calories. Pick up some for your next tailgate or watch party. Flight by Yingling. Brewed for fans who never settle. Yingling.com.
Arkansas takes care of business in their season opener against Southern. Your final score last night, Arkansas victorious 109-77. Arkansas scored 57 points in the first half, 52 in the second half. They shot 50% from the field, actually 51% if you round up, and I am. 36% from the three-point line and 86% from the free throw line. Southern had problems scoring the ball. They did hit some threes, 12-27. Arkansas hit the glass, out-rebounded them, 37-45, had 14 offensive rebounds, got more second-chance points, more points from steals in transition, had a lot of transition, a lot of fast break points last night. Played a good game. Here's Coach Calipari on one of the things he saw that he didn't like.
The one thing I like, the game got a little physical. We had some guys that didn't play well in a physical game. And let me explain. This game we're playing this weekend, this football game we're going to play Saturday, you better be physical and know, foul out. In the first half, foul out. But you cannot just get pushed around. You're not going to be able to play in the game.
Michigan State up next Saturday night, 6 o'clock. It's going to be fun. Listen to it right here on the bus. Trevin Brazile had a very good game. Ended up with the 11 rebounds, 25 points, season high, career high, I should say, 25 points for Trevin Brazile. He was doing it from the outside, made a three to start the game, but after that, he spent a lot of time inside.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think a few games ago we had like something crazy like 70 lane touches or something like that. So, I mean, you know, that's how we're getting up on these teams is, you know, when we're making the defense collapse and, you know, getting open shots. So, I mean, the lane touches in the fast break is a big part of our game right now.
Sorry. Malik Thomas, the freshman, had a really good game. Played 29 minutes off the bench. He had 21 points. He had 6 rebounds. He had 7 assists and 3 steals. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just Trevin Brazile. You had Darius Acuff have a good game. Heck, everybody, the 8 guys in the rotation, all scored in the first half, and they all scored in the second half. This is a deep team. Remember, they even have Carter Knox last night. Here's more from Malik Thomas.
You used the perfect word for it, just super dangerous. When we all could spray the ball amongst each other and just find different ways to get each other the ball, it's super hard to guard us. It's super hard to win against us because if I'm getting somebody better while they're also getting me better and we're just spreading the love amongst everybody that's on the court, on our team at all times, then it's like we're unguardable, and in my opinion, we're unbeatable.
I thought they played really well. I had 2 problems with the team last night. One was second half three-point shooting. They struggled 4 of 18 from the three-point line. That's just 22%. And on the other side, the three-point line, Southern, 12 of 27. That is, for the game, 44% from the three-point line. So they got it locked down on defense. Where is that? That was a long clip. Coach Calipari pointed that out, too, said that they got to do a better job of guarding the three, getting a hand up or getting on top of them, make them drive to the lane. You got some big guys down there that can block some shots. Don't give up all those threes. Let's bring in Matt Zimmerman. He was on the call last night. What's up, Coach? How are you?
Hey, guys. Hanging in there, doing pretty good. How's everything in Little Rock going?
Oh, it's good, man. It's fall. You know, fall is here. We got nice weather, no complaints. Basketball season has started, so that's giving us something positive to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Last night was really good in Bud Walton Arena, and sold out building, and it wasn't full, but there was, it looked to me like there was about 12,000 there, maybe 11,000, and there was good energy, and the people got to get on their feet, 7 or 8 times during the game and really cheer because there was a lot of dunks, a lot of alley-oops, a lot of made three-pointers, so it was good. And, Monday night, 6 o'clock, there's not a lot of schools that could have put 12,000 butts in the seat, much less sell almost 20,000 seats, but that's the passion of this fan base. And the Razorbacks take care of business and beat Southern, easily, and showed even more from the 2 exhibitions of what the potential this team is and how good this team can be and is. And you do it without, probably one of your best 3 or 4 players not playing.
Coach, what stood out? What really impressed you last night?
I thought again, last night to me the defense was probably not quite as good as it was against Cincinnati and against Memphis. But I thought that Southern scored 77. A lot of them was after it was over, But still, I think just offensively, just all the players, all the guys, all the potential, and you do that basically playing 8 again without Carter, who's a guy that's probably going to end up averaging double figures for the season. But Darius and Malik just continue to be relentless. They just, they play like they're 25 years old, not like they're 18, 19-year-olds. And they're so confident, and they got this swagger about them. I was talking to Kenny Payne last night after the game, and he's like, this is like a lot of players he coached before, like at Kentucky, that just don't carry themselves like a freshman, like a Carl Anthony Downs, a Devin Booker, or a Willie Cauley-Stein, or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, those guys that aren't typical freshmen. And they were so good last night. I mean, you talk about 20 points and a half by Acuff. That's pretty impressive. I know it was a Southwestern Athletic Conference school. That's still a Division I school, and that's still a team that's got kids on scholarship that are trying to play college basketball. And it's a team that, won their regular season conference title last year. And so these guys, they were good. I thought Trevin Brazil was outstanding. It was the kind of Trevin that we wanted all the time for 3 years, and we've only gotten it at different times. But the good news is we've gotten it very consistent since February. And so he just continues to do better. He continues to show his potential and reach potential. 25 points. The coach would have not taken him out there, 8 minutes to go. He put him back in for a little bit. But if he'd just let him go from the 8-minute mark on, he'd have 35. He was just dominating. He was above the rim. But it was a good way to start the regular season. You get 31 regular season games, and that one was an easy win.
How about Malik Thomas? 21 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. And I like he only had 1 turnover.
Oh man, he just did everything. I love the assist because he's not been like Mr. He's been scoring the ball so well. Mm-hmm. He's not been someone that's been looking to set up others, and I think that was something that Coach Cal really harped on him about some in the Memphis game. They made sure you know that you've got to be a guard that can also distribute and set teammates up and make play for others. And he kind of had that mindset. Now, he's not going to let it fly. He's always going to shoot the basketball. He's got so much faith in his shot. You know, he missed that one in the left corner in the second half, and he got it right back, and it didn't even cross his mind to do anything else but catch it and shoot again. His confidence is so high. For, again, a guy that's a freshman player that has so much belief in himself. He's going to – I thought before the year, Wes, that Carter would make the most threes and that Malik would have the highest three-point percentage. Well, he's going to have both, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one regular season game in, but no one's going to make more three-pointers than him on this season. Because he's so confident and he's got that pure shot. Man, he's fun to watch. He really is very, very good player.
Well, I was impressed because the Cincinnati game, the first exhibition, he didn't look to pass at all. I mean, he caught the ball, and there was one thing that was going to happen, and it was he was going to shoot it. And just the growth that we've seen in his games just in the last couple weeks, now looking for others. He's still, going to get his shots up. He got 15 shots, but to get 7 assists and now looking and being conscious of looking, and that's, you said it, Coach Calipari's been on him. He's coachable, and he's listening.
Yeah, and I think he really likes Coach. And I think that he really listens to Coach. And from what I've seen at practices, when Coach Calipari says stuff to him, he takes it and he tries to do what Coach is asking him to do. And that's why you see 7 assists. I do think the staff is like, you have been great. We're not trying to hold you back. We're not trying to damper what you have done. But now you're going to have to pass the ball this year, too. You're going to have to be an unselfish player. You're going to have to help your teammates at times, too. And he did that last night. And you know what else he does, and y'all see it? He guards you, man. Every possession is like it's like he is trying to prove something to someone. He does that on defense as well. He is a relentless defensive player, and I love that about him. But to score 109 points and to have those 3 guys, 2 freshman guards, and about a 23-year-old older, athletic 6'10" kid, Trevin Brazil, the 3 of those guys scored 68 points. They were only 9 points behind what Southern did, playing 12 players. It was really impressive, the scoring of those 3 guys. And, I thought DJ was a little better in this game. He didn't have big numbers, but he had 8 and 7 and 4. He was 3 for 11 from the floor. That's not good enough. He's not been shooting it well. And he still has to continue to evolve with those other 2 guards. Those other 2 guards are a little better than him right now. And sometimes for an older guy, that's a tough pill to swallow. DJ's going to be tremendous. He's going to help us win a whole lot of games. He's got more experience than those 2 teammates. They're going to rely on him when we're at Auburn and when we're playing Kentucky at home and we're playing Tennessee at home and we're playing in Starkville. Those freshmen are going to look to Trevin. They're going to look to DJ. They're going to look to Nick Pringle. And that's where the leadership is really going to be important. And DJ is a leader on this team.
Coach, we've seen flashes and maybe the best of Trevin Brazil going back to last season, how it ended. And he continued that last night by having a 25-11 game. So with Trevin, what are you seeing and what's been kind of the key to him putting everything together right now?
He's shooting it so well. His confidence is high. And I think he's drawing on to all the extra work he's done. He used not to work like that. He used not to be an extra work guy. He's a guy that is always, needing to do more stuff. And now he's doing it. He goes 8 for 14. I love the 8 for 10 at the free throw line. Mm-hmm. He's had times he hadn't shot free throws well. Trevin's got a beautiful shot. And last year, he went, I think it's 27 of 51. First off, Trevin, you got to shoot way more than 51 free throws. Number 2, you got to make a whole lot more than 27 out of those 51. And you can't shoot that poorly, and you got to shoot a lot more of them. He shot a little over 50% from the free throw line. Last night, first game, he shot 51 all last year. He shoots 10 in the first game. Now, he may not shoot 10 every game, but I think that gives him confidence that when I'm aggressive like this, and I got my dukes up, when I'm fighting, I can get to the free throw line. And I've got a pretty shot. I can make them. He made 8 out of 10. And so I think that was a very big, big game for him. I love the rebounding. I love the fact he tried to dunk everything. He had 9 defensive rebounds. And when he was in the game, we beat him by 28 points. The only Razorback that we beat them worse when they were on the floor was Darius Acuff. And, guys, his was 35. He was plus 35. When Darius was on the floor, we beat those guys by almost 40 points. That's a huge number. That is a huge number right there.
I think, you can tell me, was Acuff off the court when they went through that drought in the first half, that 4-minute drought? Was he on the bench at that time?
Yeah, he was up for part of it. I think they put him back in, but when they made that little run, he was definitely out at the beginning of that run. He's just going to attack someone. When he came in, man, it was. Let me tell you real quick. When he came back in, because they had cut it. It was 35-24, and I think he was out. Billy had gone out as well. He had the fouls, and at that point, I'm looking at the rundown here. He was out, and then he did come back in. Of course, then right before the half was when he wore it out. He got so hot, and his confidence was through the roof. And also, they cut the lead, and then we took Malik Ewan out, and Nick Pringle came in, and Nick was a good part of the run. And then they brought Ewing back in just a couple minutes later, and they kept rotating those two guys in and out. But Darius was on fire, man. And one, hitting threes, come back down next trip, hit another three. He can get hot like that. He is so good. He's so confident. I love his demeanor. Wes, he never really gets too emotional. He never gets too crazy out there. He keeps kind of the same demeanor about him. That's a good sign. Malik's a little more emotional, a little more passionate about how he plays. Darius, very even keel.
What'd you think from the rotation overall? And, of course, it'll change at different points during the season, but Carter Knox not in the lineup, but just the rotation of players that were available last night.
I love the fact that remember how, like, with Coach Musby was always, like, trying to figure out what is our rotation going to be, and usually it was, like, January before we could figure that out, which is that's very common in college basketball. A lot of teams have to kind of go through that. And Cal, we never really had that last year. He was, boom, these are my 9 guys. This is who I'm going with. And then the rotation stayed until you had an injury to, Boogie, and then a little bit later an injury to Adu, and then they came back. But the rotation was pretty solid. A starter might change a little bit. He might start Zvonimir and then switch it. But I think this way is going to be the same. He's got 9 guys already. He knows he wants to play a 9-man rotation. He went to Memphis. Again, we ended up blowing him out, but it was close for a good while, and the 9th man didn't play. Again, that's pretty common. That was Seeley, who had a really good game last night. 6'7", very skilled, very versatile player. And I think those rotations set. Billy Richmond started last night because Carter was hurt. And Carter will be back very soon. Minor. He's not going to be out very long. It's something that should be out long. And, Billy, DJ, and Carter, the 3 of those guys last year were the backbone of stability because they were the only 3 players on the 9-man rotation didn't miss a game. So Carter misses his first game as a Razorback, and then Billy starts his very first game as a Razorback last night. He wasn't great, fouled a lot, he never really got going, but that was the first time he's been in that starting lineup. And so, DJ's going to be in there all the time. And, again, you look at all the minutes, DJ plays the most minutes. Doesn't matter if he's 3 for 11 or what he's got. Cal trusts him. He believes in him. He loves his effort. He's always going to be the guy. He's probably going to lead you in minutes. And so I find all that very interesting. But to your question, I think the lineup's pretty set. I think the rotation's pretty set. A starter might change here or there. But for the most part, Cal's not trying to figure out who he's going to have to play. He knows who he's going to play.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do you think about Michigan State Saturday?
Well, it's a hard place to play. I was talking about Coach Payne. He's never coached there. I've never coached there, and never been to East Lansing. Been to Michigan a bunch recruiting. We played the Michigan Wolverines. I'm part of scheduling that, but not Michigan State. And it's a place that is well thought of. Of course, Izzo, a Hall of Fame coach, Coach Calipari, said on the post-game radio that he had not coached in the building. And so we got a lot of guys going up there for the which is surprising, right? He's coached about everywhere. And he's coached against Michigan State, but he's never coached in that building. I love these kind of series, man. I would rather play these games, all of the non-conference, as opposed to playing 9 bye games, or 8 bye games, or 7 bye games. Play these games. Play Louisville in the non-conference. Play Michigan. Play Michigan State. Even if it's down a step, or even if it's a Clemson or a Minnesota or a Wake Forest. I love playing somebody different in the non-conference. I'm glad we're doing it. I'm glad we're getting a road trip. And I think that the Memphis game will help us on Saturday. And the Hogs, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I don't think Michigan. The two people I talked to today, trying to learn about Michigan State, both of them made it a point to be like, "Hey, it's a hard place to play. You better be ready." And they also made a point of, I think Arkansas has got a lot more talent this season than Michigan State does. One of the guys said a lot. The other one said he felt like we were some more talented team. That's how he put it. And so you got to go there and win. It's going to be hard. Michigan State's a very good program.
Coach, thank you. It's good to catch up with you. Appreciate you.
Okay, guys. Okay. All right. Take care. Have a good week.
Matt Zimmerman with us on Out of Bounds. When we come back, we're going to talk about chilly fights in the Heights. It is chilly weather, that's for sure. Made my first batch last week.
Definitely is. Great time for it.
Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Tune in weekdays to The Zone for What's on Tap, presented by Flyway Brewing in North Little Rock. Each day during the week, we'll let you know what you can be listening to and looking for in the world of sports and entertainment on the Buzz, television, and everywhere else you tune in. What's on Tap, brought to you by Flyway Brewing. Fresh beer starts here. Follow the migration. It's all on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas basketball took care of business, beating Southern 109-77 in the opener. The Razorback freshmen were electric in their debut. Darius Acuff Jr. had 22 points and 4 assists, 20 of those points coming in the first half, while Malik Thomas had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Arkansas native Isaiah Seeley had 12 points in 17 minutes. Trevor Brazile led the team in scoring, going from 25 points while adding 11 rebounds. Next up, Arkansas faces a big test in Michigan State on the road on Saturday. Arkansas State also got a win in Game 1, beating the Ohio Bobcats 89-85. They're led by Florida State transfer Chandler Jackson, who had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. They'll play Stephen F. Austin on Friday. Central Arkansas fell to North Carolina 94-54. They face champion Christian on Saturday in Conway. And Arkansas Pine Bluff lost to Washington 94-50. They'll face Portland on Thursday. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Be there Friday morning, November the 7th, for the grand reopening of the all-new Dick's Sporting Goods on Higdon Ferry Road in Hot Springs. And not only will you be there, but some of your favorite football heroes, too, like Peyton Hillis on Friday night starting at 6, Darren McFadden on Saturday at noon, and Felix Jones Sunday at noon. The first 100 adults in line each morning will receive a mystery gift card valued up to $500, and the first 100 kids receives a DSG soccer ball. It's the grand reopening of Dick's Sporting Goods in Hot Springs.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agent Jay Helm, Jeremiah Matthews, or Jeff Hodge in Little Rock today.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com.
BABBEL.com. Cents. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Honey, wake up. Santa's sleigh is on the roof.
Not a sleigh. It's a brand new Lincoln. And you can win your own during Southland Casino Hotel's Here Comes Santa promotion.
How do we win?
Earn entry starting November 1st to win your share of over $550,000 in free play and prizes. And don't forget the grand prize drawings on November 29th and December 27th to win a brand new Lincoln.
Come on, honey. Let's navigate to Southland.
Ho, ho, ho. Tell your friends about Here Comes Santa at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio.
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. We're going to talk a little bit about chili fights in the Heights. We've got Ross Burnett and Logan Hebda with us. What's up, fellas? How are you?
Wes, doing good, man. Appreciate you having us out here on a beautiful, beautiful day. So,
well, you timed it right. I mean, chili weather's here.
I tell you, for anyone who's been following chili fights for a while, yeah, we've been joking that the darn thing, as much fun as it is, it's been cursed the last few years. We have had 4 rainy events really in the post-COVID era here. So yes, we are thrilled. We are not going to complain about this forecast. So we are very much looking forward to it. I don't think I'm going to jinx it quite this late in, but yeah, we're looking forward to a great day.
Logan is chair this year. What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? Really, it's the whole mission of what we do. You know, if I can hop right into that, you know. So again, this event is being put on by the Hat Club, which again Ross and I obviously are both in. So we have 3 events throughout the year. This is the fall event. This is the football time event. It's Chili Fights in the Heights, and what we're doing is we're raising this money, these funds from all of our wonderful sponsors and all of our teams and participants and everything. All that money is going to the Arkansas Food Bank. So. Most folks know that, yeah, they've had quite a difficult year. Certainly just being in Arkansas alone, I got a couple of stats sitting right in front of me that Claire Tiffin, who's our good friend over at the Arkansas Food Bank, she sent to me. She wanted me to say, 1 in 5 Arkansans are food insecure. 1 in 4 kids are food insecure. Arkansas is the #1 in the country for food insecurity. And that's during a normal, quote-unquote, year. That's during a good year. This year, obviously, it's been a whirlwind for them. They kind of earlier in the year, they were looking at different government budgetary cuts, and now they're looking at government shutdown type things. So like I said, they very much have their work cut out for them. So all these hours that guys like Ross and myself and past chairs and all these other guys in the Hat Club have put in, because we're just volunteering this time, we know that it's going towards this cause, and it's a very, very good cause. So we're very thankful for all of our sponsors, everyone who's going to participate, because it's going, like I said, all these dollars are really being put to very good use. So that's my long-winded answer of what I'm looking forward to. Other than that, yeah, chili and beer, and that's part 2. That'll be fun.
Ross, give us the details. Where to go, what time to be there, what's going to be happening.
Yeah, so we try and keep it same time every year, right around lunchtime. So we open up. Teams will get there bright and early to set up. You cook on site. So if you want to be a team, if you want to be in the competition, currently we've got 20 people that are in there right now, which is a good array. Kind of any more than that, any more than 25, and you start to get some fatigue on your palate there. So they're going to start at 10:30, and then beer and wine and other sodas and waters will be sold starting around 11:30. Tasting kits, which is how you participate in this, and where it's a free event. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to participate and taste and help be a judge, for lack of better terms, cast your vote. Those tasting kits are sold at 1:30. And then that goes on until the end of the day, really, where you can have a good time. We've got some music out there. We've got some vendors out there. It's in the Heights on Kavanaugh. So if you're familiar with Kavanaugh, you just turn off Cantrell at University, and right there by Heights Taco and Tamale, you've got U.S. Pizza right there. We've got a couple of food trucks that are coming as well that'll complement the chili, but certainly want you to feel free to go and have some food and beverage at these other local restaurants while you're up there.
Also, even though it's a free event, you have an opportunity to get VIP tickets. What's the VIP experience?
Yeah, so we picked up a wonderful new sponsor in Tito's Handmade Vodka. So like Ross was saying, we got all kinds of different things. So, yeah, we're going to have a VIP booth with Tito's. We have a bartender at that. So it's a $40 VIP ticket, and that's going to cover unlimited drinks inside the Tito's booth. That's also going to cover your food as well, which he mentioned we have a few different food trucks. We've got Fry Crazy. We got the Fold. We got Cheesecake on Point. Summer's over. We're working on our winter bods now. So that's all going to be covered with your $40 VIP ticket. So we've only got so many of those. We've got wristbands for that, so you can't miss it. It's going to be two big 10x10 tents, says Tito's. So yeah,
well worth it.
It is well worth it. Yeah, it's going to be a great day. So yeah, that's something for Dad. This, y'all can see I got my Support Your Local Girl Dad shirt on.
That's awesome.
This is I've got a 10-month-old. Oh my goodness.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, shout out to Scarlett. I love you, baby.
Is she listening?
She's probably at daycare right now. She's probably asleep or something like that. So, but yes, the Kid Zone. We got a heck of a Kid Zone this year. So we got a guy named Big Papa Bubble. I would love to have him hire me. I would love to do what he does.
He's a huge hit.
Oh my goodness. We first had him last year. The kids are glued to this guy. He makes these gigantic bubbles, and that's just, a kid is just.
He's such a personality.
It's great.
We've worked with him on several events. Yeah. Harvest Fest, Chili Fights, countless others. He wears this great outlandish costume, bright colors, big hat, and he's got just captivating the attention of kids and parents alike. I mean, everybody wants to have Big Papa Bubble.
It's great. And like I said, I'm jealous from a business perspective. I didn't think of this. So, yeah, he's wonderful. So we're going to have him out there. We have Short-Legged Petting Zoo is going to be out there. We have Crystal Bridges is actually bringing a mobile art lab. So that's going to be things for kids to decorate. I think it's like a sports theme type thing. And then we have School of Rock, who is our late music sponsor. They just came in right at the last second. He's going to be out there teaching instruments. So there's going to be plenty for the kids to do because, like I said, I know now, a lot of parents are like, I can stay as long as my kid can stay.
Yep.
I knew Daddy Logan took care of that. We got lots for the kids to do. We got stuff for Dad to do. We got stuff for everybody to do. So it's going to be a great day. Like Ross said, there's not like an admission. It's free. It's family friendly. We want everyone to come on out. But we would love for you to spend a few dollars because we're out here and like I said, we're teaming that up with the Arkansas Food Bank. So those are all really going to good use. Those are not paying for me and Ross here. We're just volunteering our time.
Ross, are there categories, beans, no beans, or is everybody all together?
Everybody's all together, but they like last year, and I mean we raised some $25,000 plus last year for the Arkansas Food Bank.
Yeah, I think it was more than that. Even.
Maybe 30,000, and
with a rainy day.
With a rainy day, yeah. And so the categories keep people engaged. So we've got best dressed. So we had last year a team that was decked out in Masters gear, and they had a putting green in front of their table. They all had caddy uniforms on. It was incredible. You've got most unique chili. So if you want to go out and do some venison, things like that, by all means, go for it. And if you shoot a buck first thing in the morning, it is opening day, and so bring your buck out. You got till 10:30 to start cooking there.
That is skill and commitment. If somebody did that, I would already give them a trophy.
And then we get first, second, third place, obviously, crowd award, and then there's a judges award as well. So it's important to note you get a token, a chip, which is sponsored by Saracen Casino, and they give one of their real chips. They design it for us. It's got 2 fighting chilies on there. I saved one, have it in my man cave as a memento, and it's really cool. But you can cast your vote for the fan favorite, and then we'll have a handful of judges as well. So lots of opportunity to win prizes. But really, I mean, the number one thing is is that Arkansas is the #1 state in food scarcity out of 50. Okay, 1 in 5 Arkansans suffer from food scarcity. So think about that. It's 600,000 Arkansans that go hungry on a regular basis. I've got a family member of mine, and he's disabled, and he looks upon the food bank for his source of meals. And last time he went, they didn't have enough food for him. They were completely out. And so, this is really a call to action for everybody in Central Arkansas, not just to come support Arkansas, the Hat Club and Chili Fights in the Heights. While that is a great fundraiser, we can provide 100,000 meals by the amount that we raise. I think it's 4 or 5 meals per dollar that the Arkansas Food Bank is able to donate. They really want us to bring your dollars, not your cans, because they can get it at a lower cost. But really a call to action just to support the Arkansas Food Bank. Go volunteer, go pack bags, go do backpack for kids to have food to bring home to the family from school. Donate your dollars. It's here at the end of the year. Get those tax breaks. It's one of those things where we really need to support our community, and this is just a prime way to do it.
You guys still have sponsorship opportunities. How do you go about doing a sponsorship?
So, we just got a few spots. I mean, obviously, I'll make up new sponsor categories if you call me up. We're in the last week here, but just go to our website, hatclublr.com. You can find all the contact information on there. You can text me as well. I don't know if I should get my phone number out on there. I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah. I'm married to Becky. I love you, Becky. Maybe we don't do that. But anyway, hatclublr.com. You can go right on there. Again, you'd reach out directly to me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Like I said, I'll come up with categories. But we're getting all this done. We're in the last week of it, and we always have got some additional spots here for some extra sponsors. We would always look for some great sponsors. And I should mention on the existing spot, I think 90% of our sponsors have been doing this for many years. So we always kind of give them right of first refusal. I got very few no's. They get, yep, absolutely. Here we go. So just a big thank you to our continuing sponsors. So you should be seeing them on our Facebook, and the day of, we're going to be giving them shout outs as well. You'll see their banners. So that's some recognition deserved for them for sticking with us through the years. Like I said, the last few rainy years as well. And they're still coming out, and they're still participating. So,
well, you picked it right this year. The weather looks awesome, low 70s, sunshine out there, perfect chilly weather, no Razorback football game to worry about, so we can just eat our sorrows away.
That's
and
right.
Then you got the Razorbacks that night, so it is a perfect time to vent. You got to be feeling this one's going to be huge.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Lucky Logan, I made it.
If we could donate 125,000 meals by the proceeds that we get, I'd call that a huge success.
Huge.
Correct.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you.
Yes, November 8th, Chili Fights in the Heights. Come out around lunch, stay till dark, go home and watch the Razorback game, win against Michigan State.
Day's done. That sounds like a hell of a day right there. Ross, thank you. Logan, thank you. Appreciate it. And see you out there Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the second hour. We'll take some calls. We got an open segment, 661-1037. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
Hi, this is Ted with Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. We are proud to offer window and door replacement and installation. Our upfront, honest pricing and easy financing make it easy for you to increase the value of your home and reduce your energy cost in one step. Accountable Roofing and Remodeling windows and doors carry a lifetime guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Call us today, 501-621-0500, or visit us on the web at accountablerr.com.
Hi, folks. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you're in the market for a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram, we hope you give us a chance to earn your business. Here's some things to consider. Fletcher Dodge has been family-owned dealer here in Sherwood for over 25 years. We know how to take care of our customers to keep them coming back. Every Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram dealer pays the same price for their vehicles. It's the dealer that makes the difference. We'll give you the best deal up front. No haggling, no arguing. We make it easy to buy a new vehicle, and we'll pay you more for your trade-in. Compare our deal to anybody's, and you'll buy from us. Come see us today for the deal of a lifetime on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. At Frank Fletcher Dodge, you'll always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. And we promise you a hassle-free buying experience. We want to be your dealer for life. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Just tell us what you're looking for and we'll make you a deal. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. And it can all be found at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is orange chicken for only $7.49 per pound, paired with vegetable fried rice for just $4.99 per pound. Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The death of Tuskegee Airman George Hardy at age 100 reminds us that heroes come in all shades and hues. The segregated Army was hesitant to use black pilots in World War II until the brass saw what they could do. Hardy fought for his country in 3 wars, leading to his decorations from the government, including the Distinguished Flying Cross and 12 Air Medal Awards, making him a hero in spite of the discrimination he faced at home. Sometimes all folks need is an opportunity, regardless of their skin color. If you're looking for an opportunity to work for a successful Arkansas business, apply at Doublebees.com to work at one of our 34 stores in the natural state. Doublebees. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebees.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile.
Welcome back. It's Out of Bounds. 661-1037 if you want to jump in here and talk a little Razorbacks basketball or football. It is still happening, even though it's a bye week. Let's go to the D3 Auto Sales text line. The last one was, do you think the Jets are going to trade Brees? I just saw a note. Teams have been calling about Garrett Wilson. Jets are not interested.
Okay.
Does not appear he's going anywhere.
So they believe in him. They want to keep him around and build around him.
Or they're just not getting blown away by the offers.
Yeah, probably so.
501 says, I would love to beat Missouri just so Josh Neighbors would quit talking about it. I second that. I got Texas number 1 on my list, then Missouri, then LSU. If I could pick one of the remaining games, one victory, I want Texas. A friend of a fired coach usually has no desire to go replace the fired coach. Barry and Sam are great friends. Folks need to stop with the Odom talk. Yeah, but you could see it as an honor to take over for your friend. I don't think Barry's interested.
At this point, though, you're making a life decision for yourself.
Mm-hmm. The best 7-loss team you'll ever see.
That's funny.
Boyd, Hogs basketball still has stuff to work on. No doubt, Boyd. No doubt. Not perfect, but they are darn good and a lot of fun to watch. The way they get after teams defensively and I agree with Coach Z, they didn't play as aggressive last night. But the way they played against Cincinnati and Memphis, they got after them. It was tough for them to get off a good shot. Last night there was too much gambling, too many risky plays that led to some wide open threes for Southern. They'd go to steal a pass or go for a quick double team, and Southern did a good job of handling that last night, and it just led to open shots.
You do that against teams that you know you're more talented than, you're going to take chances.
Mm-hmm. I agree. 501 says all three freshmen scored in double digits. Y'all didn't even mention Seeley had 12 points. Yeah, Seeley played good. Coach Z talked about Seeley and how well he thought he played getting his first extended minutes. Got to play a little bit against Cincinnati. Didn't play against Memphis. But last night with Carter Knox out, Seeley got an opportunity and made the most out of the opportunity. Played 17 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, missed his only 3, made all 6 of his free throws, 3 rebounds, 12 points, 2 assists, and a steal. I was so impressed. I hadn't seen Seeley play in person until the state championship game last year. And they were focused on stopping him. And whenever he would drive to the basket, he would stop, dish it to a wide open guy. Now, he ended up getting his points, but the way he can attack the rim at 6'7", I was impressed with him that night, and I think he's going to fit in just fine. LC in Sherwood. Love seeing TB and Pringle doing chin-ups around the bucket. Well, that's 2 big guys that can jump right there. That dunk Trevin Brazil just missed, he was fouled on it. But if he makes that, Joe, that's like one of those you see all year. It's for Arkansas highlights, and when they're highlighting Trevin Brazil on future games, man, he came and he jumped. 1 foot was barely inside the lane. He almost jumped from outside the lane and dunked it on top of a dude.
Oh, we know what type of leaping ability he has.
I feel like Jazz should bring Pittman to the – oh, Baz. I was like, Jazz. I feel like Baz should bring Pittman to the touchdown club for a big thank you for accepting the job when no one else would do it. That's a really good idea. Maybe in the future, bring him in as a speaker, or even if he'd come this year, just almost to honor him. I think that'd be cool at the end of the year. That's not the worst idea I've ever heard. I think Brazil is going to have a big year this year. Man, I hope so. I hope he keeps this going. Is all SEC type player. Gets drafted. Shows what he can do. I mean, 25 and 11 to start it off. That's a heck of a start. Now, you're not going to get that every night. We know that. But he is capable of being in the teens and double-digit rebounding every night. He should be a 14, 15 points per game, 8 rebound guy.
Yeah, that's not too much to ask for. Mm-mm. But you do have so many options on this team that it could space out a little bit more at times.
501 says apparently Gundy really wants the job. I bet he does.
Oh, he does.
I bet he wants the job. I bet he wants a job. I don't know if they're – no. I'm not on board with that one. Would you be on board? Would that get you excited? Would that get the fan base excited? Gundy as the head coach?
I don't know if it'd get him excited, but I think he's a good coach. And sometimes change of scenery, especially when you've been somewhere for so long and it fell apart at the end, that could do wonders.
501 says, I was blown away by how good we did on free throws last night. Me too. I was a little concerned after the first 2 exhibition games because they were shooting in the 60s, low 60s. And that'll cost you ball games. And last night, 25 of 29, 86%. That's awesome. Brazil, 8 of 10. Billy Richmond made both of his. Darius Acuff was a perfect 3 for 3. Malik Thomas, 3 for 4. That was better. He's been shooting his free throws poorly. And, as a shooter, that can't happen. He can't be 3 of 4. DJ Wagner didn't go to the line. Malik Ewan made both of his. He was like the only one in Memphis that shot the ball really well from the free throw line. Isaiah Seeley was 6 for 6. And Big E, Elmer Joffich, got his first point last night. He got fouled late in the game, went to the free throw line, made 1 of 2. He also had 2 turnovers. He played 3 minutes, missed a free throw, and had 2 turnovers. They only had 7 turnovers as a team. That's really good. Well, I mean, they had 9, but Joffich had 2 in trash time. The other guys that came in, nobody else had turnover in trash time. So the rest of the team during, when they were all out there, 7 turnovers as a team. And you only had a couple of guys with 2. DJ, well, your primary ball handlers. Darius had 2, DJ had 2. So they did a very good job of taking care of the ball back last night. Zach in Palestine sent us a picture. That was from a movie. Is Arkansas football fun? 0 fun, sir. No, not good times right now, is it? Don't forget about us on the Gwatney Chevrolet live fan feedback. If you're watching us on 1037thebuzz.com, you can always connect there, and I'll read your comments or your questions over there. Good, we're all caught up. Coming up in the next hour, we got What's Trending. Also, Kevin Bohannon from hogsports.com is going to join us. We'll kind of get the latest buzz on the coach search, compare notes, and see what he's hearing. I was checking out Pat Saracen real quick. Arkansas State, huge home game Saturday against Southern Miss. How about the Red Wolves? A little bit of a run right now. Wasn't looking good. You remember when Arkansas State took on Texas State? They were struggling. And they come back, get that dramatic victory, come from behind, and it seemed to just kickstart their season and propel them. They had another dramatic victory the next week at South Alabama. That was a Tuesday night game? And they just kept it rolling. They got Troy last week at Troy. Troy was favored, and A-State goes and handled Troy. 9 sacks. Defense stepping up. You know what you got offensively with Rayner and Rucker. Well, this week they got Southern Miss. Blake Anderson returns to Jonesboro, offensive coordinator at Southern Miss. And Southern Miss is in first place of the Sun Belt West. Arkansas State's right there behind them in second place. They beat Southern Miss. They got an inside track to win the Sun Belt West and go to the Sun Belt West championship game because they've already beaten Troy, another team. They finish up with Louisiana Lafayette, Appalachian State, and somebody else. But anyway, this is a huge game for them. This is a legitimate chance. They got a shot to win the Sun Belt West. But they're an underdog at home, 4.5-point underdog, according to Bet Saracen. Got some good college basketball games tonight. Texas Duke. That's kind of the marquee game for ESPN. By the way, I watched Arkansas Southern last night on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I couldn't work out my Verizon stuff. It's a mess.
That was a great suggestion.
It was an awesome suggestion. I did exactly what they told us to do. I just did a search, Southern Arkansas, Southern versus Arkansas, and popped up. And it was just a normal ESPN broadcast. Watched the whole game. Now, I could not find Dallas, Arizona. Had to pull out the rabbit ears, plug it into the TV, and watch it on Channel 7. It worked out fine. It was great. Free TV, right? But for some reason, I could never find Dallas, Arizona. Maybe it's a little tougher. The NFL's a little harder on them.
Oh, it is because they have Sunday Ticket.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJ Spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey there, Trip Keeter, and we had a fun Tuesday edition of Morning Mayhem this morning. I want to say a big thanks to Bruce James, John Daly, Terry Bradshaw, Chuck Gatlin, and of course, Shuts and Moore for all joining us here today. Coming up Wednesday on Morning Mayhem, the guys will be back in studio
Maybe Josh will be joining again. If not, I'll be back in the studio. Joining Roger and Baz, Trey Reed, Rick Schaefer.
Today, the government shutdown ties the record for longest ever. It's day 35, and there are still few signs the shutdown will end soon. The Senate is expected to vote on the House funding bill today for the 15th time. The House is still out of session. With SNAP funding expiring, the Trump administration now says it will partially fund benefits with contingency funds. The president originally said he would not use any of the funding, but a court ruled that he must. Republican leaders say that's enough, but Democrats say families should get their whole benefit amount. And to help out with the shutdown, Instacart is stepping up. Customers can get 50% off a grocery delivery if they get SNAP. They can also get half off purchases up to $50. This offer will go through the end of November. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Today, temperatures will be a little bit warmer than what we saw yesterday. Highs will be making it into the mid-70s. Clear skies overnight tonight. It'll get chilly out there again, but we have another 70-degree day in store for your Wednesday. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team with your forecast for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Once again this year, The Buzz is proud to bring you college football talk with Mark May each and every Thursday morning. Brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, The Meat People, and by Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Mark will be breaking down the week's biggest games, who will win, and why they'll win on Morning Mayhem. So tune in every Thursday as Edwards Food Giant and Hennard Foothills Equipment present Mark May. Nothing beats a big win, but remember, playing smart means knowing your limits. Keep the game fun, not stressful. For confidential support, visit arpgcouncil.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER. Responsible play, it's always a winning strategy.
Officer, could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Go to the Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot, Arkansas's trusted source for quality flooring, including SPC vinyl waterproof flooring starting at $139 a square foot, tile starting at 59 cents a square foot, next-gen waterproof hardwood, and many other building materials at unbeatable prices. Contractor, home builder, or DIYer, we've got what you need in stock and ready to go. Go see the Flooring King, the warehouse and Natural State Wholesale, building better naturally.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
Hour number 3, final hour of Out of Bounds on this Tuesday. Got what's trending coming up in a few minutes. Let's go to the phone lines, bring in Touchdown Hog. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing today?
Good. It's good.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me on. I have an interesting question, and, you know, I'm a subscriber to Trey Biddy on Hog Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I get some intel or just some, you know, you hear things, you know, occasionally. And so this is just a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not, but he had mentioned something along the lines of the SEC go by 2030. I don't know if this is a concrete date or not, but kind of like how Premier League does it, where they have relegation, and if you're the worst team, they're going to derelict, they're going to kick you out. So let's say, you know, it's kind of funny, you know, you look at the NFL and you look at teams like the Jets and you look at some of the worst teams in the NFL and they tank on purpose, okay? You know, if you got the SEC and Greg Sankey and all these officials that are against Arkansas and they want to keep us down and throw us 18 penalties for 200 yards, and prop up while they're propping up Alabama and Georgia and A&M. They're going to let their Golden Boys, they're going to make sure that their Golden Boys always win. That's just how it is. So if they're going to do that and they want to keep Arkansas down and they want to kick us out, then that's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and who's to say that we couldn't, you know, pocket the revenue, our revenue share and let them kick us out of the SEC. And then we'll just say, hey, thanks for the $40 million or whatever it is, and we're going to be sitting on all this gunpowder if we go into the Big 12, and we'll run the table. What do y'all think that could be? I mean, it's not cheating. You know, there's no rule that limits us or prevents us from putting out a bare minimum team on the product on the field and pocketing that money and having all this dry gunpowder for the most opportune moment. We know what's going to happen. They're going to kick out Arkansas. And so when we go, we will absolutely clean up shop in the Big 12. We're going to win 9 or 10 games easily in the Big 12 and say, hey, thanks, SEC. Thanks for the $40 million, and we'll see you in the playoffs. So I just want to hear y'all's thoughts on that and see if that's something that, you know, it may not be spoken of, you know, by Hunter Yurachek, and it may not be, the words may not, that idea may not be uttered by the powers that be, but is that idea completely off the table? Because it's not cheating, and we're not using those funds against the SEC, so what do they care? If they want to keep us down, they want to kick us out and use us as a free, they want to farm us as a free win, then why not just let them and say, all right, we're possible? You know, why are we? And we're the last dog at the bowl. You know, why are we sitting here trying so hard, spending all this money, as opposed to this seems about as foolproof as it can get. You hoard a bunch of money, you wait for the opportune moment with the inevitable moment where they kick us out, and all of a sudden we're sitting on big, big money, and there's no one in the Big 12 that's going to be able to compete with us. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. I appreciate y'all taking my call. I hope y'all have a blessed day.
Thanks, man. I think it's crazy. Insane. Ludicrous. You don't want to leave the SEC. You don't want to, and it's not $40 million. It's like closer to $55 million they're getting right now. And the talk is, and it's when the new TV contract comes up, and then you're going to get even more money by being in the SEC. And so why take your one payment and leave and go somewhere else and then start getting less money when you could stay in the SEC and keep getting money? That's all it's all about anyway, is money. So why would you make a step to go, hey, let's lose and go to the Big 12 and make less money? That makes zero sense. You want to do everything you can to stay in the SEC and reap the rewards of being in the SEC and getting all that TV money. Now, when these contracts come back up, there is talk out there of taking and making, basically, like we said years ago, a super conference or a super league of your top 64 teams. That's why it's important for Arkansas to have a quality hire coach here and improve the football program, so you're part of that. If that happens. Now, that's still a theory and speculation, but to tank, to get kicked out of the SEC is insane. Please, I'm trying to help you. Don't throw that theory out to your friends. That's not good. You want to be in the SEC. There's so many teams that would love to be in the SEC. Look at the all the things that happened in the ACC with the Florida State talk, Clemson teams wanting to leave the ACC, went to court over it. Where do you think they want to go? They want to go to the SEC or the Big Ten. So they reap the rewards of having these huge contracts and all this money. With all the money issues that Arkansas has been going through and trying to get more money for the programs, you want to go to a lesser league and get less money? No, that makes zero sense. But we listened to your theory, and hopefully I helped you out so that you don't talk about that anymore. LJ's in Whitehall. LJ.
Hey, man. Hey, guys, look, if they didn't kick Vanderbilt out of the SEC after decades of futility, there's no way they're going to kick Arkansas out. And besides, who wants to be the big fish in a little pond? We've proven in the past we can compete in the SEC. And I understand if you're 25 years old or 30, it seems like it never happened in your lifetime. But it was only 15 years ago that, we were running a program that was number 3 in the country. So, all of this crap about jumping conferences, it really needs to stop. That's ridiculous. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, LJ. I agree. Randy's in BB. What's up, Randy?
Oh, no, it's Randy from D3.
Oh, what's up?
What's happening, dude?
Oh.
No, I was just calling in on that guy there talking about jumping conferences. I mean, regardless what our football team does, we had this conversation yesterday with some friends of mine. Basketball and baseball will keep us in the SEC. I mean, they're not going to lose those viewers.
You're exactly right. It's more than football. Football gets the most of the attention, but no, it's a total athletic department. It's just
gymnastics and every track and field. I mean, all that'll keep us there.
Yeah, no, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, guys, thanks for taking my call. I'll talk to y'all later.
Randy, what's the 2A game of the week?
Man, 2A game. Desart McCroy. Whoever wins that game is getting into playoffs probably. And then there's one in Northwest Arkansas that's the same thing for a playoff seed. Magazine and somebody up there.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly who.
It seemed like a lot of the upper tiers playing the lower tier this week in 2A.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the playoff seeds are set. all your 1 seeds are set except for the Hampton-Carlisle Bearden Conference. Hampton wins, I think, and they play Baptist Prep. They're the 1 seed. I would say that's probably a 90% chance of happening. Carlisle's going to be 2. The Bearden, Poen
beat Bearden last
3
week. Yeah, Poen will be 3 as
yeah,
long as they
that
take care of
was
business.
a big surprise to me.
I had today Coach Barrett and his son, and had recorded an interview for later tonight. He had insane numbers: 3 touchdowns passing, 3 rushing, 12 of 15, like 270 yards. And he was like, "That was the first half." I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's even better." I had no idea that you were pulled in the second half. You did all that in the first half against Bearden, a good team, and you ran them out of the stadium. That was huge.
But the last week before that, when Bearden played Carlisle at that game, and when Owen played Carlisle, I was at that game, and I thought after watching Bearden and play Carlisle, really should have won that game. That I didn't figure there was any chance that Owen would beat them, much less beat them like they did. That conference is pretty wild right now. I mean, they're all going to have basically the same record.
And they're battle tested. That's one of the things. Keep an eye on them in the playoffs because they've been playing some tough opponents, and they're ready to go for the playoffs right now.
Yeah, that's my pick that I had when I was on there with y'all last, the EPC winning. That still looks pretty good. They're pretty complete, I think.
EPC, Junction City. Ooh, that could be a.
That's yeah.
Are they on the same side of the bracket?
Most likely no, that's where it would be. It would be in Little Rock. Mount Ida and EPC are on the same side of the bracket, which would be a repeat of last year's playoff games as Mount Ida at EPC. That'll be a big game as well. Both of those teams return most all their starters from last year, and both of them will be battle tested. I mean, EPC more battle tested than Mount Ida, but that'll be a big game prior to the championship game.
Randy, we appreciate you calling in. Thanks for listening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Randy D.
What's Trending in Sports is brought to you by Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee, the Razorbacks, and their 1.5 million farmers around the globe. It's fall, so now it's time for your team to stock up on coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
Had to get a little high school talk in after the conspiracy theory and jumping ship out of the SEC. I just had to clear my head. I had to.
There's nothing to it, never anything to it.
Thank you for the call, Randy. You helped me out personally. Oh, let's bring me back down. Let's relive the Cardinals-Cowboys game last night. This should be fun.
Jumbo formation, and there he is. Harrison. What a start. Brissett lets it fly. End zone, McBride, touchdown. Quick strike by Arizona to start the second half.
Once again, it's like I'm watching a Razorback game. This was it'd be like the Auburn game, right? Arkansas has been able to move the ball, score points at will, and then Auburn comes in, they can't do anything. Cowboys averaging 30 points a game, move the ball, very successful at home. Turnovers, and another turnover.
That Cards team has been dangerous all season. They haven't been able to finish games.
Yeah.
And they've lost so many in a row.
That's what kept me glued. That's what kept me last night. Thinking, well, maybe the Cardinals will collapse again. Dallas scored. I thought, all right. They got to stop. I'm like, all right. And then, hey, what was your thought on the Pickens penalty when he held the ball out to the corner?
Oh, knew right away it was going to be a penalty. Knew right away. As soon as he held the ball out, I was like, he's going to get flagged for it, and he did.
I was afraid, too. And then when he turned and went to hand it to the ref, I thought, okay, maybe he's going to get away with it.
Nope, ref saw it.
It's a little picky. It's on the picky side to me.
But if you allow little things, then they can
escalate,
turn into bigger things.
All right, here's Kobe Brissett. Marvin Harrison had a huge game.
Once he got off the bus, I knew it was going to be open. We knew we were going to get our chances outside, and and he. This has been building for him, and it's still a step in the right direction. But, you saw it in his eyes when he got off the bus and we were in the locker room, and I'm like, a couple weeks where he was like, we're going to switch it up and we're going to do this for Marvin. I'm like, all right. And, you know, I think I threw it to him 4 times in a row on the first drive. And I was like, I think I'm going to do this the whole game for if they keep doing it. But, you know, just super happy for him. And, you know, and I know he wants a couple more, and I do too. There's a couple things that I wanted to get to him. But, you know, just super happy for him.
Hey, and kudos to Clint Sterner yesterday. Remember he told us Cowboys would be better off
if Kyler Murray was playing.
Kyler played.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, but Kyler is injured. And, you know, there's a lot of talk about when Kyler does return, when he's fully healthy, if Jacoby Brissett is still your starter. Don't think that's happening, but Coach Gannon, he's still having to answer questions about it, and he's going to have to until that point in time comes.
It's a good problem to have because Jacoby did play well last night.
He played really well. Has been playing well, but we've seen a similar result until last night. They were able to break through and get a win.
Speaking of Jonathan Gannon, here he is.
I don't know the last time we won. You know, it's and it falls on me. You know, at the bye, I'm sitting in the shower thinking about it, like, how did I let this happen? You know, but that's what everybody in there takes that attitude, honestly. So we got good guys, we got good coaches. They don't look to point fingers. You just keep plodding along. We hit a stretch of adversity, a shitty stretch. It is what it is, you know, but what are you going to do? You know, you're playing on Monday Night Football in Dallas. Let's go play our game, you know. And that's what they did, so I'm proud of them.
Let's go to Jerry Jones. He heard the fans.
I hear opinions, and you can rest assured that, at least through my mind, that all those considerations are there. It was there before this game. It was there when we started the season about whether you make a trade or not. But what's got this on point is tomorrow's our trade deadline.
And the Cowboys made some moves. Got defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, Pro Bowler from the Jets. It's a pretty good tandem in the middle. Maybe that'll help them stop the run. They also picked up a linebacker from the Bengals to help shore up their defense. All right, let's go to Washington now. Here's Dan Quinn giving us an update on Jaden Daniels.
Many of you have been asking about the thought process of Jaden being in the game in that situation. I get that. I've been thinking about it, honestly, nonstop, too. And, you know, for me, the answer is, man, I missed it. But I would, you know, I'll fill you in on my thought process. At the start of the fourth quarter, I guess it was probably like 12 and a half minutes left in the game. And that was going to be the last drive for a couple of guys, Jaden and Zach and Debo and LT. And so we weren't going to have any read run plays and meaning no carries, you know, for the quarterback on a run. And honestly, man, that's where I missed it. Of course he could scramble. It's Jaden. It's what he's special at. And that is 100% that's on me. And I also said last night in the presser to our fans that, man, did we miss our mark as a team. And with that performance, we need to fix it. They created an awesome environment, you know, at the stadium for the game. And that fix needs to be done now.
I like that. Hey, Coach, getting after it. Let's fix this.
Yeah. And, I mean, he pointed it out there. He's thinking through the scenario about taking players out of the game, but he did not think about the fact that Jaden Daniels may scramble. So it is up to him as head coach to say, hey, Jaden, this is a situation. We know what the score is. Don't try to do anything to make it happen. This game is in hand, but we do still want to go out and execute our offense. So if it comes to, you know, possibly taking a sack or whatever, just get down. Don't do anything that you could possibly have an injury and risk that.
From the Commanders' quarterback situation to the Jets' quarterback situation.
I want to go back to the quarterback thing again. So obviously you want to keep it secret for as long as possible for whatever, you know, competitive reasons. But I'm wondering, doesn't it help the quarterback's confidence when the coach comes out and says, "You're my guy"?
It helps the quarterback confidence when the player and the coach talk and they know who the guy is. Not that I'm telling it to you guys. That has nothing to do with the player's confidence.
So basically, are you kind of saying that, you know, whomever is going to start knows his status as he practices throughout the week this week?
And that'll be between me and the player.
But I mean, okay.
I don't understand why you guys keep doing it.
Well, AG, I'm just kind of curious.
It's really getting hilarious, too.
What is...
You guys keep asking the same question, and I keep giving you the same answer.
I am just curious though, AG, what is the competitive advantage or disadvantage for a team not knowing which of these two guys is playing?
My own reasons.
Just not going to give anything away. No reason to.
Oh, I saw a lot of chatters, a lot of media upset with Aaron Glenn for just saying it. Just let us know who it is. Why not? What's the deal?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around, whether it's coaches or players. They're going to answer the question the way they want to, and if you're not satisfied with it, you can follow up, but they still may not give you the answer you're looking for.
How about some more quarterback talk? This out of Tennessee, Mike McCoy.
So you are comfortable sneaking with Cam?
Yes.
How often have you guys called it since you've taken over?
I don't have the sneak. I don't have exact numbers in the whole year and things like that.
You feel like you've done it?
We've got it in a plan. We can always do it.
In the plan, but have you used it?
No. In a game, we haven't used it in a game.
Well, what good is it if you're using it in practice if you're not using it?
Well, there's a number. Okay.
Of course, we're asking about a game.
So there's an issue in Tennessee because they don't ever run the quarterback sneak?
That's called pressing the issue there, too, because you do a number of plays in practice that you don't do in a game, and players at times even get frustrated by it because they're running the same play over and over, and you're not using it, and then at some point it pops up, and then the players are like, oh, we're actually doing this play in a game.
NBA. Let's go to Utah, Boston last night.
Screen by Nurk. Keontae, little give and go, stop, pop, off the glass, no. Rebound, Nurk, put it up and in. 0.6 of a second.
Jazz win, 105-103. Now to the Bucks.
Jaylen Brown was really frustrated after that game, too. He said he didn't want to get fined, but then he went on to discuss everything about the officials. So he probably is going to get fined. But late in that game, he's driving to the basket, and one of Utah's players falls down. He trips over him and loses the ball, so Utah steals it and goes and gets a dunk, and that's late in the game, and they ended up losing.
I don't want to get fined, but I am. All right, Bucks, Pacers.
And then a Kumpo 4, 3, 2, 1, fades, shoots, and hits at the bottom.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Just a heck of a play by a great player.
Giannis coming through once again, and that's really become a big rivalry with Bucks Pacers. Yeah. And you even had Miles Turner, who's a longtime Pacer. He left. He goes to the rival. He goes to Bucks.
And got booed.
Of course he did.
And Ja Morant. No, why did he get suspended?
So Ja Morant got suspended because on Friday it looked like he was doing a lot of and this was a game against Lakers. Looked like he was doing a lot of standing around when he was in the game and not really into it. So there's been kind of a back and forth going on there, and he was even suspended after the back and forth where he was asked about it, and he just said he really didn't say much of anything, which right here he didn't say much of anything. But he's clearly unhappy with how he's been played here recently, his role, how many minutes he's been playing, and that led to the suspension because he and coach aren't on the same page. And now coming back from the suspension, this was the first game back, and he's asked after the game about if he's happy and what's going on with him. So here's kind of that exchange where Ja is really not giving anything.
Were you and the coaching staff able to talk about what happened Friday and move on?
Y'all asked that question to them, huh?
What about for you?
Y'all asked that question, so y'all know the answer to that.
Do you feel like everything's been resolved?
Yeah. They told y'all that, right?
Well, yeah, but
There
we
you
didn't
go.
hear it from you.
Obviously, they can't go and tell y'all something I ain't say.
You feel like you got the same joy right now that we used to see from you?
No.
Why not?
What can be done to get it back?
We'll see.
Do you think you have a good relationship with the franchise
Yeah.
in general?
Yeah. They told y'all that, right?
I didn't say anything about that.
If I had a good relationship, I wouldn't talk to him at all. So, and we had our convos over these.
Do you have any regrets about the way you played on Friday night in the second half?
You said what?
Do you have any the way you played in the game. I'm not talking about the
coaching staff that they've answered already. So now they're trying to get it from his perspective, and he's just saying you ask them about it, basically refer to the answers that you've already been given.
Seems like a bad situation, though. They got to get that fixed.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, Ja could be traded if they don't work things out, but he's clearly just unhappy with his role.
When we come back, Kevin Bohannon's going to join us. Talk about the coaching search, the future of the Razorbacks, a little football. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is SportsCenter.
The college basketball season is underway, and the Razorbacks last night defeating Southern 109-77. Trevin Brazil was the Hogs' leading scorer with 25 points, a career high for him, with freshman Darius Acuff right behind him with 22 points. The Jack Stevens Center in Little Rock also saw some college basketball action as the Little Rock Lady Trojans defeating Central Baptist 99-41. And the Trojans men's basketball team will be taking the court tonight at the Jack Stevens Center, taking on Arkansas Baptist. Tip-off is tonight at 7 o'clock at the Jack Stevens Center. Coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Trip Keeter for the Buzz Radio Network.
I'm Trey Reed from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz. Join me and Mark Hedrick Tuesday nights at 7 for the Wild Side.
Brought to you by West Rock Landing at Lake Maumelle, Trader Bill's Outdoors, Battery Outfitters, All About Tire and Brake, Tammy Chase Insurance, Edwards Food Giant, and Crane Chevrolet.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Macy's Veterans Day sale is one of your best chances to save big on furniture and mattresses. That's because you'll find great deals on our best sellers, like our exclusive Radley 5-piece sectional, delivered to any room in your home with white glove delivery for $25.98, and so many top brand mattresses at 20 to 60% off, plus an extra 20% off closeouts. So come in, try it all out, and get an incredible deal today at Macy's Veterans Day sale. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
Looking for your next ride? Come on down to Hubbard Power Sports, your local, family-owned Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. We've got the latest and greatest Can-Am ATVs, side-by-sides, and spiders to power your weekend fun. And right now, get up to $3,500 off in rebates, plus in-store discounts, or financing as low as 0.99% on select models. Whether you're hitting the trails, working the land, or cruising in style, we've got what you never even knew you needed. On the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes, has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Is Arkansas's #1 sales dealer. Volume purchasing power enables us to offer our customers the best prices on the highest quality homes. See the world's largest double-wide and single-wide homes, triple-wide homes, and even a quad. You dream it, and we'll build it for you. We're the only manufacturer and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. Check them out online at hawkshomes.net.
Catch Quinn Grovey each Thursday this football season on The Zone. Get insight from one of Arkansas's best, brought to you by Conway Wealth Management. Conway Wealth Management, planning today for your tomorrow. Take control of your financial future and call or visit Conway Wealth Management today, 501-358-3994.
Or visit ConwayWealthManagement.com.
Securities and financial planning offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio.
All right, back at it. Westmore Joe Franklin with you, and we're going to bring in Kevin Bohannon, hogsports.com, talk some Razorback football and the coaching search. What's up, K-Bo? How are you?
Hey, doing great, guys. How are you guys doing today?
Good. It's good. Basketball season has started, so I'm good. I'm
It
rolling.
is. Yeah, they look great last night. Well, they look good last night. I love John Calipari in post-game press conferences, and he was at Memphis when I was going to school at Rhodes, and it was his first year too. And he's the same way in press conferences then as he is now. And the way he talks and is able to break down the game. And, a lot of the media last night thought, hey, it's great. You won by 32. And he's like, we got to get tougher. And we've got, they're not there yet. Isaiah Seeley's going to get put on SportsCenter. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, not for the reason he got put on SportsCenter for the dunk on him, but it's just the way he approaches things, and it's a little refreshing to see that.
Yep, they're going to be exciting. They're going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. Man, we had a crazy caller, conspiracy theory, and he was crediting Trey Biddy in the Hog Sports, and I was like, the Razorbacks tanking, getting kicked out of the SEC in 2030 and going to the Big 12 and playing there. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, and Trey reported the other day, look, 100-year check met with the power brokers, 15 millionaires, and they got one space at one time, and I really kind of got an update on what's needed. And what we can confirm is something you and I talked about last week, Wes, was James Franklin is real, and that conversation has been had. There's been talk, and the thought is Franklin wants to go somewhere that has a robust NIL budget and what it's going to take for a roster to compete at a high level. Now, Arkansas's power brokers are wanting to get competitive in the SEC. That means getting top 5 to 8. So if they can get anywhere from 5 to 8, that puts them having a shot, to be competitive, and maybe every, 1 to 4 or 5 years slip up, get 11 wins, kind of like it was 15, 20 years ago. Now, is that going to happen? We don't know, because we haven't seen concrete financial plans that says this is how we're going to raise this money. If it's just everybody writing a check that was in that meeting, we'll see. I'm not really sure yet, but we do know that there are a couple of Big Ten coaches that are very interested, a couple of ACC guys that are very interested, and a handful of Group of 5 that are interested in the job. They've conducted some interviews so far, and they've definitely talked to James Franklin.
Kevin, who are some of the other coaching candidates that they have had conversations? It's one thing to have an interest on either side, but you're taking the next step when you do have those conversations, as you mentioned with James Franklin. And it's easier to have it with him because he's someone who's without a job right now.
Yeah, and that's really more kind of speculation at this point, because they're not – Hunter Trey didn't give names. He's like, look, this is where they're from, this is what they're doing, and there may be a couple of NFL coaches that are not head coaches, of course, but that are on their list and that are interested, and there's been talks. But what we do know that Will Stein has been contacted. I feel safe saying that, considering there was a Razorback Foundation jet in Eugene, Oregon last week, and they did have a conversation. Now, what that was about, is it about the head coaching job? Is it about something? We don't know, but Will Stein's name has come up in that. Jeff Traylor's name has been mentioned, and, it's like Trey said the other day, is 4-4 going to get Razorback fans excited? Absolutely not. But, Jeff Traylor has a good reputation. Of course, he was at Arkansas. He's done really well at UTSA. But the more jobs come open, it's not, Arkansas is not going to get that splash higher. I made the comment the other day. Everything in life has a pecking order. You guys see it every day, whether it's coaching hires, homecoming dates, or, you're in line at the grocery store. There's a pecking order to everything. And it's about the right fit at this point. It doesn't matter, Arkansas is not going to swim in the same waters as LSU and Florida, or even Auburn. They're not going to swim in those waters. So why go after the guys? It's about the right fit that can get Arkansas elevated. There's been a lot of talk about, look, get the guy that can win football games. Don't get the guy that can win press conferences. Look, I think you need to get a guy that can win the press conference enough in the beginning that he gets donors and fans excited about what's to come.
Kevin, you have to find a balance, though. You can't let outside influences actually influence the way that you go about the coaching search, and thinking that all these jobs are available. You still start from the top and work your way down.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you have to go through your due diligence of marking guys off the list, all right? We know that we want to contact this guy. Is he even available? Well, let's find out. Because as we saw in the basketball coaching search, I'm sure when Wes got the information that it was going to be Cal, he had to double check it once, twice, three times a lady. So they come out of nowhere. Now, I'm not saying that, listeners, that it's going to come down to that and, Nick Saban is going to pop up at the last moment and say, you know what, I want to get back into coaching at 70. And that's not going to happen. So, you have to do your due diligence. And, Arkansas is a special place. A lot of people have recognized that. And even though the program has gone through what it has in the last 8 years, this is still a better job than what it was when Sam Pittman took it. Arkansas may be the best 2-7 team in America based on them losing 4 of their conference games by 6 points or less, and the other one was by 9. It's not far off from us not even having this conversation.
Got Kevin Bohannon with us, hogsports.com. Kevin, I don't know the exact number, but I do know that they have done a great job of talking to a lot of different potential candidates. I think it's somewhere between 15 to 20 different people they have talked to.
Yeah, and that would not be surprising at this point. And the thing is, you have to be ready for the dominoes, because I mentioned on our message board the other day that while you don't swim in the same waters as LSU and Florida, their hires could impact what happens at the University of Arkansas. Because, say for some reason Drinkwitz goes to Florida. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Or Kiffin goes somewhere or what have you. Or even Sumrall goes to LSU or Auburn or Kentucky. And one of the guys that they were looking at that may be a coordinator somewhere goes to one of the schools that, opened up. So it does matter. And that's why you have to go ahead and get those names, because you kind of got to look in the crystal ball and say, okay, here's what could happen. Let's be ready for any contingency plan out there and say, okay, well, we've already talked to this guy. We've already vetted this guy. We don't have to be behind anywhere else, which I think is a great thing to do.
Mm-hmm. How likely do you think it is for some of these coaches, like you mentioned, and with these schools, to change schools within the conference? Because what makes the most sense would be if there's an interest there, their current school steps up, takes care of a new contract, and then you avoid your coach leaving to go to a school within conference.
Yeah, and I've been told that, look, Ole Miss is ready to pony up, and they can make an offer to match whatever LSU or Florida goes at Lane Kiffin with. Now, what's that number going to be? I think it's anywhere between 12 and at the high point, $15 million. Now, where are they going to get that? That they probably got a plan for it. That's their business. But I do think that they have to, and the longer it goes on, but it would be like Lane Kiffin the week they play Florida to sign a contract extension. SMU did a good job. Nebraska did a good job. These guys that got out ahead of it and said, okay, we're going to give you an extension. Rhett Lashley is going to be one of the top 10 paid head coaches in America right now. Matt Rule got extended 2 years, so they're doing a good job. The longer it goes on at Ole Miss that they haven't announced anything or saying, hey, we're going to extend Kiffin out, there's something to look at there in Oxford.
Kevin, how important the people that were in that meeting, how important is it for them to be on board and all in on this next hire?
As important as it can be.
It's
Wes.
the most important thing, right?
Yeah, it's the most important thing because that's the landscape of college football right now. The lifeblood of the program rests on the back of those 15 individuals. I feel comfortable saying that. I think you'd feel comfortable saying that too, because they're the money that makes the engine go, that makes the whole machine go. All right, so revenue sharing is going to get you $20 million. All right, so that's already decided. All right, now what do you need in addition to that? And that's what those gals have to figure out is, okay, this is the total package. It's not just about NIL. It's about coaching salary. It's about coaching staff salary, and it's about support staff salary. You have to get all of your ducks in a row before you can even make an offer. Yeah, you can have conversations. Hey, James, how you like Fayetteville in the fall? How would you like? You can have those conversations, but you can't even get farther down the line unless you have something concrete. You can't just say, "Oh, we'll get it," because nobody's going to listen to you at that point. It's going to come from your revenues are going to come from sources A, B, C, and D for this set of coaching staff hires, and then your support staff is going to come from X, Y, Z. Your NIL is going to come from A1, B1, C2, C3 on down the line. It has to be that detailed.
Yep. Well, we've seen it work once with Calipari. Now they just got to do it again, pull it off, and get everybody to come together and get on the same page and see if they can't surprise a lot of fans.
I think it has to be a guy that has dealt with the intricacies of the landscape of college football right now. Even though Hugh Freeze was a big-name head coach that Auburn got, he did not deal with NIL at Liberty. His coaching staff didn't have to deal with it. They were a G5 program that just kind of, hey, this is who we are. We're going to be able to recruit you, and we'll get you, a chance to play. All right. So then Auburn hires him. He didn't have that experience. That was the problem. Hiring him right there. He didn't adapt to the landscape. And when I talk about fit, it goes with Brian Kelly as well. If you guys look at it, Brian Kelly and Hugh Freeze got fired for the same reason. They were not able to adapt to the situation that they were in and the environment that they were in, as opposed to they wanted to come in and run things their way. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that in college football anymore. It's not ruling with an iron fist. You have to adapt to the situation you have and what you're able to get and raise on your own.
Kevin, good stuff. Hey, it looks like the baseball team's been hauling in some nice prospects the last couple of days.
Absolutely. They're up to number 8 in perfect game right now. They've got 14 total commits for the 2027 class. The 26th class will sign next Tuesday. That's the first day of the fall signing period for every sport except football. I'll have some stuff on it at hogsports.com. That 27 class is looking really good. They've got 4 top 100 players right now. It's a lot to look forward to.
Kevin, thanks, man. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Kevin Bohannon, hogsports.com. We'll take a break, wrap this thing up when we come back. It's Out of Bounds.
There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to football weekends, and that's what makes Yuengling such a great pick. From traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and black and tan, they brew a beer for everyone's taste. Whether you're manning the grill or setting up the tailgate or just watching with your friends, Yuengling's got a flavor that fits the moment. Brewed with nearly 200 years of tradition by the oldest brewery in America. Yuengling, legends stand the test of time. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Target's early Black Friday deals are almost here, and they're bigger than ever. Take 40% off select gifts and holiday decor for 3 days only, starting this Thursday. Score can't-miss deals on new fits for the whole fam, festive lights and decorations to brighten your home, and even top toys like select Lego sets for endless holiday fun. Shop in-store or online, but don't miss out. These deals are going fast. 40% off gifts and holiday decor starts Thursday, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Agent Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff, Justin Stewart in Malvern, or Drew Self in Hot Springs today.
It's November, so the days get shorter, the weather gets cooler, and that joint pain gets a little bit more aggravating as it's tougher to get loose. And as your favorite sports like pickleball, basketball, and tennis get pushed inside, make sure you're ready for that indoor season with QC Kinetics. They're going to help you use your body's own natural healing factors to help restore and repair damaged tissue, reduce that inflammation, and ultimately relieve your pain at its source. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery. And here's the good news. If you sign up for QC Kinetics, you can help our heroes. This month, every veteran who begins their treatment will get $500 off that treatment, and for every non-veteran who begins care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. So there's truly no better time to get rolling with QC Kinetics. Set up that free consultation today at 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. Call QC Kinetics today.
Hi, I'm Nathan Schulman with Schulman Theaters, and I'm excited to invite you to the grand opening of our newest location, Film Alley Breckenridge. Opening this fall, and we've built something special. A place where you can watch the latest movies, bowl with friends, let the kids loose in the arcade, and enjoy great food and cocktails, all under one roof. It's more than just a theater, it's a place to make memories. Find out more by visiting us at breckenridge.filmalley.net. From our family to yours, welcome to Film Alley Breckenridge.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Tuesday, Rick Schaefer and I have a great show planned for you. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. QB Time with Landon Leach. Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy. Thanks to Chris Grain Hyundai and Genesis of Conway and Kevin Hoop Scoop McPherson from Hogville.net. See you Tuesday on 103.7 The Buzz.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile.
Hey, if you're in the market for a new vehicle, head to Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. They're Arkansas's #1 Chevy dealer. They're family-owned, and they have a legacy since 1957. And they don't want to just sell you a new or used Chevy. They're going to invite you to join the family, be a part of the dealership. They're going to take care of you while you have that car. For example, they'll fill up your gas tank when you come in for just a test drive. Competitive prices. They're going to work hard. Make sure you get the best deal possible to leave a little money in your pocket. Friendly, helpful, no pressure atmosphere. Check out the website, gwatneychevrolet.com. They list all the inventory right there. You can go to the lot and walk around, or you can just go on your laptop and take a look at all the vehicles they have. Then head to the James Street exit in Jacksonville. All the deals, the rebates, everything they have to offer right there on the website. GwatneyChevrolet.com. Still paying top dollar for quality cars, trucks, and SUVs. Always looking for good vehicles to trade in or just to sell. Give them a chance. It's Gwatney Chevrolet and GwatneyChevrolet.com. Wes Moore and Joe Franklin with you as we wrap up on this Tuesday. I wonder if Kane's still holding. Kane, you still there?
Man, I'm not going anywhere. I just need to ask you and my buddy Joe one question. What does the SEC officials have against Arkansas? The last two games, they have swallowed their whistle on Auburn and Mississippi State, but they just let it go on Arkansas. I'm a Longhorn fan, but I'm a fair person. If we're going to lose, let us lose going down fighting. Don't need the officials' help, and that's what these other teams has been getting. Now, I'm just going to hang up because I'm driving, and I want you guys to explain that to me.
Gotcha, Kane. I don't know what they have against Arkansas, but here's the thing. Sometimes officiating crews get whistle happy. We see it in basketball. You'll see it in football. Things get chippy. They're going to settle things down, and they're calling everything. That's what it looked like they were doing for Arkansas, calling everything, because there are holds all the time. We see it in college football. Guys, teams get away with a hold. You're like, that was a hold. I can't believe they didn't call it. Well, they just let it go sometimes. They didn't let anything go there in the second half on Arkansas. It was just weird that Mississippi State, when they got whistle happy, wasn't getting these. And you could see it. I saw a play. It was a hold. It was just like, it was worse than a hold on Arkansas. I'm like, I don't know if Bobby Petrino's temper tantrum over there affected them. I don't know, but it was odd. It was very
It's
odd.
something that can happen, and it could be just specific to that game. But as Arkansas fans, you'll say it happens way too often. Other fan bases, you're probably not paying attention to what's happening to in their games, but it could be happening where they complain the same way.
Yeah, Auburn was really mad 2 games in a row. And by the way, today, Dabo Swinney went off on the officiating in the ACC. He was like, basically his quote, I don't have it in front of me now, but he was talking about, how they're very protective and watching about the players when it comes to gambling. You don't want that to interfere. He's like, well, what about the refs? They're human too. Are we sure we're watching out over them, keeping an eye on them? Now, I know, like Bet-Saracen and the casinos, that's what they do. They're the watchdogs. But Dabo was also very unhappy. Somebody made the point we were talking about. It was yesterday with Joe Klein. He was like, you got the bottom tier officials for this game. I mean, it's Arkansas, Mississippi State. It's just like the Kentucky-Auburn game. They didn't have the top crew. But somebody made the point, you're the SEC. Every crew, should be good in the SEC. You got the best teams, the best players, the best coaches, the best facilities. You need to have the best officials. And that means even officiating crew number 8 needs to be one of the best. Kane frustrated too. I hate seeing that. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to start talking about our high school game of the week. It's another good one. Week 10, Lakeside, Hot Springs, the Hot Springs rivalry. But it's for a conference championship too. Playoff implications. It's a rivalry game that's even bigger this year. Hot Springs trying to go undefeated in conference play and win a conference title. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Talk more about the basketball team. What else is happening tomorrow? Guess more college basketball. Got Duke, Texas tonight. I'm kind of excited to watch that game. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it will. Always interesting to see Duke at the beginning of the season.
Joe, have a good night.
You too.
I will. Y'all stick around. Drive Time Sports is next.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone.